He didn't make it. Ladies and gentlemen, Gary. Oh, there he is.
It's because I stopped to talk to my wife about
He needed 45 seconds.
where she wants to hide our daughter's Easter basket.
45 seconds. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Codex After Dark, Comics Unleashed. My name is Tim the Terrible. This beautiful man over here is Dan the Kelly Art, and underneath him, holding up the pillars of Codex, is Uncle Gary, the curator of the Library of Comics. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are ready for an awesome show because we have got a ton of stuff to show you today. And Gary, what is the tons of stuff?
Tons of stuff.
Yeah, stuff. What is the secret word for the showcase tonight?
The showcase, a few secret words. The showcase is going to be kind of it's going to be a Olympic grab bag. Ooh. There'll be some gold, there'll be some silver.
Ooh.
And maybe a bronze.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready. That will be toward the end of tonight's program.
Hey,
Wes is in the house. Rebel Scum, ladies and gentlemen. We recorded some awesome material for you earlier today that'll be coming out here pretty soon. Give us about 30 seconds. We're going to pay some bills, and then we will dive right into tonight's episode. Gary, you have the deets on who our sponsor is for tonight. Why don't you go ahead and let everybody know who that is?
Oh, well, our sponsor. And first, let me say, hey, Chris, glad you're in the chat, brother. Comic Logic, sponsor, a proud sponsor of the Codex station. Comic Logic, also my personal comic shop, also a shop that I am a part owner of, a small part, but part owner of. And I am proud to be that. And we are Loudoun County, Virginia's only comic book store. So if you're in the Northern Virginia area, please come in and see us in person. We'd love to have you walk through the door. We always love to see folks talk comics, sell comics, have comics for you to view, have art on the wall for you to view. You can see Mr. Dan Kelly's art on the wall.
That's right.
You'd like to walk out with buy his art so he can buy more books. Absolutely. So
artists are starving, ladies and gentlemen. Right. They have no food.
Artists.
Look at me, I'm withering away.
Look, he needs more comics to sustain him. He needs to get more 4-color ink in his bloodstream. So at Comic Logic, we have 3 great big events that we want to talk about. On April 20th, we have our 9th anniversary show, 9th anniversary celebration. 9 years. So that's a pretty awesome deal for a comic shop. 9 years. We'll probably have a little cake, maybe a little, thank you for all our wonderful customers. We want to say thank you. When you come in on our anniversary, we'd like to thank you for your support and your patronage for all these years. So please come see us. Our really big event is Free Comic Book Day. That is May the 5th and is also, or May the 4th. May the 4th is also Star Wars Day. So the two coincide, they cross. So what are we going to do? We're going to celebrate it up special by having Mr. Brendan Wayne, who plays the Mandalorian. When the helmet is on, that's Mr. Wayne doing the acting. So you will see him. He'll be signing autographs. And Mr. Wayne, for me, what's a big thrill is he is the bloodline of Hollywood royalty. He is John Wayne's grandson. And for me, John Wayne is my guy. I love John Wayne movies, and I can't get enough of them. So that's something my grandfather infused in me, and I can't, so for me to meet John Wayne, and John Wayne will actually John Wayne's grandson will be taking a tour of the Library of Comics here. So that's a huge thrill for me that I'll have that going on. And then our last event I want to promote is on Sunday, May 19th. We have our Spring Lot Con. And our Spring Lot Con is where we will turn our parking lot outside of our store into a mini Comic Con. So we'll have comic vendors, we'll have toys, we'll have local artists, we'll have local authors. So a whole lot of great fun things to do. It's family friendly. Dan and Sal both came with their daughters last year and their families, and they had a really good time. So we're family friendly. So please come see us for any of those events. And we are always here to make more friends. So please come say, hey, we saw you on the Codex station, and we want to come by and see the store in person. We'd love to have you.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Comic Logic, the comic store in Loudoun County, Virginia. Right over here is the address. Make sure if you're in the area, to stop in there and say hello to the entire Comic Logic team.
Absolutely.
Good people.
Yes, they are. Absolutely. All right. Are we ready to get into some books here?
Let's see some books.
Ready? Waiting.
Let's do this. Okay. I will go first.
Let's let Sal go first.
Oh, yeah. Where's Sal? Go ahead. Sal?
Sal, go ahead.
Yeah.
What's Sal? You mean Sal? You finally agree that Beast is an Avenger? You know, I've been waiting a long time for you to say that. A long time for you to agree, and you're not. You know, and I'm going to say it. The Beast is an Avenger. No rebuttal. It must be a fact. Sal's got nothing to say about that.
I think so.
It must be true.
I remember hearing him say that secretly he agrees with you on everything.
I know he does. He just can't bring himself to say it in public.
Oh, I heard the chimes. Guess who is here right now? And I'm not going to let him in because we all agree that Gary is right forevermore on the Beast being an X-Men or an Avenger. There he is.
There he is.
Wow.
Yeah. It's so much easier when he can't defend himself.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, let's go back to full screen for just a moment.
There's the man.
This beautiful man up in his rightful position and then take it
You know,
away.
I was at the hockey game tonight, and I saw my new best friend, Mike Harbour.
Oh,
you saw Mike at the game tonight?
Yep. He's my new best friend. You know why? You know why?
Because he said no. He changed it and said the Beast was a defender.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Neutral ground, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's get into some books. So,
right,
first things first. New polls for the week, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and get started with Green Arrow.
Nice.
Yeah, there you go.
Haven't read it yet. This is going to be read tomorrow during coffee time.
During coffee time. That's right.
Yes.
Coffee time.
I love the way the series is going so far, and I can't wait to dive into it some more.
Two creams, 2 sugars?
No cream, no sugar. Straight. Like my motor oil. There we go. Superman number 12, ladies and gentlemen. Still, I think, one of the greatest DC titles that's out right now. Dan, correct me if I'm wrong, but issue 12 is the last issue in this epic storyline that they've been doing. Is that right?
it is, and then it's the last page teases the next storyline, which is going to be a crossover between Superman and Action, and Lobo's going to be in it, and
there we go.
Main man.
And some other stuff too.
All right. So yeah, 12 issues, first major story arc coming to an end. I can't wait to read this tomorrow. Next is also one of the best DC titles that's out right now. I know that some people may or may not disagree with that. Richard, you are absolutely correct. I think we need to talk about Sal's attendance issues. Next time you're late, it's a write-up.
I think we need to talk about Sal's attitude right now because he is like, I don't want to be, messed with right now. So you just back off.
Sal, did you bring it today?
Sal, we still got a point, baby. We still got a point.
But when you have a 4-minute power play in the
I agree with that.
That
was
crap.
Had a 4-minute power play in overtime, a double minor, and they could not score a goal.
Did you bring it today, Sal?
Did I bring it today?
Yeah, did you bring it?
Yes, I'm always bringing it.
You brought your attitude?
Oh, yeah, to the game. Oh, yeah, I brought my attitude. I brought that to the game, too.
Oh, my God.
You want to hear about I cussed the Boston fan out?
Oh, my God.
Did you embarrass your daughter?
In the middle of the show.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right, let's move on here.
Middle of the show.
Wonder Woman number 7. I think Wonder Woman's a great title. I am thoroughly enjoying every bit of this so far.
That's a fun issue.
I haven't read it yet. This will also get read tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to it. This one, though, I did read. That's it for my DC. This I did read, and this is one of the most grotesque series I'm reading right now. Gary, you as a horror lover, you need to be reading this. Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. It is wild. Absolutely wild. You have to read this.
What issue number is that?
This is issue 4. And it's going to 5 or 6 issues, I believe.
I may pick that up and trade then. Okay.
You absolutely need to. Next, I have G.I. Joe 305. Haven't read this yet either.
Cover.
But beautiful cover. Andy Kubert, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love it.
wonderful.
That's nice.
Love it. This I did read, Cobra Commander number 3. Dan, I am loving where this is going right now.
Did you read that one?
Yes, I did. I loved it. I thought it was absolutely fantastic.
The bodyguard is who I figured it was gonna be, but it was still a really cool reveal.
Yeah, very much so. If you're not reading the Energon universe, ladies and gentlemen, I recommend getting on that train. There's plenty of time. Also read this, Duke number 4, great issue 2. Both of these titles are doing really, really well, at least in my eyes, and I'm really enjoying where these are going right now.
Only one more issue for Duke.
Yep, and that's it. It needs to be an ongoing.
Scarlet Destro.
Oh yeah, that's right. And I got that on my polls too. All right, next is Conan the Barbarian, number 9. Look
Great
at
cover.
Diodato.
That is a fantastic cover.
That is nice.
So amazing.
What is best in life?
Is that Diodato?
Yes, Mike Diodato. And that's the A cover. I showed the first 6 issues on this past week's episode of the podcast where we did a review of the first 6 issues of World Tree. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. The series is absolutely amazing. And here's issue number 7.
You talked about all the nudity in it, so now I got to look at it.
Holy smokes, every page. And issue number 8, the latest issue. So I will be reading these tomorrow too.
That's why you need to read Gun Honey. That's why you need to read Gun Honey.
Yeah, very much so. What were you saying, Sal?
Is it out in trade yet?
The first 5 issues are in trade right now. Ladies and gentlemen, keep an eye out for this because you will be seeing this later again in tonight's episode. This is the store exclusive, the Nirvana Comics store exclusive for Feral, number 1. And we will be doing a giveaway throughout the entire month of April for this book. So take a look at this.
Oh, that's a cover. Man.
Is that not cool?
I love the fangs.
Oh, yeah. And if you know what this is an homage of,
yeah, I was
going to
say, well,
do you know?
You guys?
It's a movie, right? Movie
yeah.
poster.
Yeah.
Dan, do you know?
Yeah, I know. It's
don't look it up.
No, I'm blanking on the name of it now.
Was it a vampire movie?
Yes.
Fright Night.
Fright Night.
There it is. Fright Night.
I was blanking on it for a second.
That was my gut. I was thinking Fright Night
too, because there's the original and the remake.
Yeah, beautiful homage to Fright Night from the 80s, ladies and gentlemen. Stick around because after we get done with polls, I will tell you how you can enter in to win a copy of
that's a beautiful. And Fright Night, another movie I saw in the theater, first run, because Sal probably did too. Sal's old enough to have seen that in the movies.
I did.
Sal's not much older than me.
Sal is just 4 years. 4 years apart. No, or 5 years. You were 69.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. Okay, yeah. So he's 10 years older than me. So there we go.
He's born after the moon landing, though.
I got mileage on me, baby. Got mileage on me.
Here's a series I haven't read yet, but I'm getting it. I'm gonna read it. It's just I'm reading other cool stuff first, and this is equally as cool. I just haven't gotten to it. Vengeance of the Moon Knight, number 3.
Nice. I love the cover. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Absolutely gorgeous cover. I got this based on cover alone because of the Greg Capullo cover. Sal, you showed this last week, but my copy of Web of Spider-Man.
Yeah, I like that cover. I do.
Cool cover.
I do too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Got the facsimile of Amazing Spider-Man 254.
Black costume.
No.
Black costume.
Exactly.
I love it.
Yeah.
Snoopy JB. Yeah.
Right.
I saw when on his first run, Roddy McDowell rules. Absolutely.
Snoopy's my buddy. That's one of my best friends, old Snoopy there.
Nice.
I really enjoyed the remake of it too. I thought the remake was actually really good.
I didn't see that either.
It's got oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I forget his name now. I'm blanking on it. He played Chekhov in the Star Trek movies.
Walter Cohen?
No, the new ones.
The later ones.
Yeah.
The one that was killed.
He was killed. He was killed by his vehicle.
He played Odd Thomas too. I can't remember.
Oh, that was a good movie. But yeah, he he played the kid in Fright Night, and Colin Farrell played the vampire.
There you go.
The lead female in the original was Al Bundy's neighbor that he couldn't.
Yeah, yeah.
Marcy.
Oh yeah. Wow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Black Cat and Jackpot number 1. This is the Hildebrandt cover.
Sorry,
That's-
Yelchin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a great cover. I cannot bring myself to buy that, but I
I
the
got it for the
Jackpot-
cover.
I know.
For the cover
cover's
only.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
But that concept of Jackpot just drives.
Oh,
me
I'm
crazy.
not gonna read it. I'm just gonna look
But-
at it.
But that's a great cover.
Yeah, they had the Virgin variant at Nirvana, and I almost picked that up until I saw the price, and then I was like, "What? I will wait." Gary, this though is one I'm excited to read. This is on the top of my reading pile. Incredible Hulk number 10.
Oh yeah, I haven't read this yet either. It looks
Yeah.
great. The covers look great. Oh,
Yes, it
Now,
does.
issue 9, I will agree with you that the art style was different, but it wasn't as big of a change as to separate me completely. And I think that the style that the current artist is right now, who is it, Earls or Wilson, one of the two, I don't know, but his work right now I think is fitting for this, and I love that the main artist from the previous couple issues is still doing the covers.
yes.
Yeah,
But
I
the
love
stories have been so good.
so amazing. It's
Kennedy Johnson, great.
it's Marvel horror, and they're doing a really good job.
hmm
I agree.
This cover I'm not too happy with. I think John Romita Jr. has done better work. And every time I get to praising him, then he does something like this, and I have to pull it back just a little.
Yeah.
Daredevil number 7.
Yeah.
That's such a terrible. Me and Sal were talking about that at the shop.
Yeah.
I was like, look at this shit.
This
Yeah.
is
So bad.
And was it 2 weeks ago that I really liked his Spider-Man cover?
yes.
hmm
Yeah, but this, come on.
You
All
talking
right.
about phoning it in.
Yeah, this is my book of the week right here. I did read
Book of the
this
week.
also, and this is Ultimate Spider-Man number 3. Absolutely
Nice.
fantastic.
I've not
Very
read it.
happy with this.
Good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. That's a Bullseye.
Oh,
Oh,
man,
nice.
yeah, I'm looking forward to reading it.
Yeah. So it's good, guys. It's absolutely good. All right. That's
Wait.
all. Do
Is
what?
this just announced another Ultimate series, the Ultimates.
Oh yeah, and I'm excited about that too. Absolutely. All right, that's all I got for polls. Sal, since you were fashionably late, you will be fashionably second. What do you got this week?
All right. Let's start off with independent. Thanks to Dan, I got the latest local man, Bad
Girls. Hello.
Yep. So that was my only independent. Moving on to DC, I picked up
I love
the Green
that shirt,
Arrow
by the
variant.
way.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much, sir. Thank you.
Wow,
I picked up the Green Arrow variant to that.
that's
That is
cool.
cool. And it reminds me, they posted an image of the Nightwing cover coming out in like next month or this month. That's that same kind of thing where it's like motion through a bunch of different boxes.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. So Detective Comics 1083.
Is that
Nice stuff.
storyline still going on?
Yes.
Yes.
I have stopped
so.
reading Detective. I'm beyond over it at this point.
I don't normally pick up X-Force, but I picked up X-Force 50 because I wanted to see what happened with the Beast. And
the
I was
last copy that our store had.
Yep. And I was severely disappointed in this complete issue.
Wow.
It
Not
was
good.
It was let down. It was let down.
Uh-oh.
I was expecting something horrific.
Did Beast say I have been and always will be an Avenger first and X-Man second?
No.
Mm.
He's
was
very
fine.
Royalties
he's
live
very
for
disappointed
years.
because where the Beast went to live when it was all over.
At Wonder Man's house.
We're moving on.
That's exactly where he
Wonder
went
Man's.
to live.
Not an X-Force. I'm sorry, Avengers house. He went to Wonder Man's house.
That's great. That's
Not
his best
Avengers.
friend.
That's his best friend.
Best
That's
friend.
not Avengers Mansion. That's not Avengers Mansion.
No, because that's home to him. Avengers Mansion is home, as we have
No.
shown on
He
this
went to-
program. Honey, I'm home.
Yeah,
Avengers Mansion is home. That's right, TJ. Avengers Assemble.
The walls are
Avengers
crumbling,
Assemble.
Sal.
The Beast is in the front of the damn line.
you know, the term gaslighting? Because that's what Gary's doing. He's gaslighting everybody right now. All right, moving on.
But yeah,
He's-
Yeah.
in the house,
That's right.
they have bunk beds that they're going to be sharing.
That's
they
right.
probably are. They probably are.
And Snoop will attest to this that the Beast and Wonder Man are Marvel's equivalent of Booster and Beetle.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's
I
right.
totally agree with that. I have no problem with that.
Yep.
Both,
Absolutely.
Both non-Avengers, hanging out, having a good time.
No, both members of the preeminent super team of the company that they are written by. Both Wonder Man and the Beast are Avengers, and Beetle and Booster were Justice Leaguers. So yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right, Sal. I agree 100%.
Okay, there we go. Thank you very
All
much.
right, Sal, what do you got?
I didn't know
Superior
Wonder Man was
Spider-Man.
in the Defenders.
Yeah,
Defenders.
yeah. Superior Spider-Man number 5.
Wow.
And there's a really cool ad for Deadpool Wolverine ad on the
yeah.
back.
They're pushing those characters for the movie that's coming
Oh
out.
yeah, I know they are. I too have an
Just
Incredible
wait
Hulk
for the
number
Superman
10.
movie to come out.
Yeah, I did pick that up, so I haven't read that yet. I picked up Edge of the Spider-Verse Spooky Man.
That's supposed to be a first appearance too, right?
Yep.
All those
I've not read it.
Spider-Verse ones are first appearances
Yeah.
now.
Oh, well,
Pretty
I'm
much.
not reading it, so I have no idea.
Sabretooth War Part 6, Wolverine number
Man,
46.
that's still going.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 12 parts.
Yeah.
Wow, a whole year of gore and Wolverine. That's
Well, it
wonderful.
was just one
Coming
big
up twice
part.
a
And
month.
Wolverine got his claws out and sliced it up, and it's 12 now.
Yep, that's true.
Well, it comes out twice a month, so
Oh,
it's
right on.
whole year. But
Right. Rise of the Powers of X number 3.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
the look on her face.
What?
What?
Why are you trying to kill me? What? What did I do?
Okay, next up is X-Men number 1. Let's just zoom in on a character
Oh,
right there.
wow.
Yeah,
Jubilee?
X-Men.
number 1, and the Beast is
X-
there.
X-Men.
He's doing his service. He got drafted again. It's not where he
Oh.
wants to be.
Yeah,
He feels like he's got to do it.
Yep. Very cool. Love the cartoon, by the way. Dan and I we're going to get together and review the episode 3.
Episode
sometime
3 was
soon.
amazing. Let me put that out there right now.
Yeah,
They
episode 3 was
did
amazing.
a lot in 33 minutes.
They did. I think they pushed too much in 33 minutes,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. But we've
still,
got
I
the
enjoyed
rest of the season, so.
Amazing Spider-Man number 46. And this is
Ooh.
another cover I hate because I hate the way Electro is drawn.
He looks.
He looks like he's just
He's very happy. He's very
I don't know.
happy.
It looks like he's not even looking at Spider-Man. Like
He's
it
looking
looks like he's
straight
just, like,
up.
looking straight up, and then shooting off to the side. Like
I
Yeah.
know.
I hate him
I
in
don't
that.
know. I don't know.
he's like doing a no look pass in the NBA.
Yep,
There you go.
Exactly. The no look
There you
pass.
go.
That's what it is.
He's
And
like Patrick Mahomes. I'm going to look over here. I'm going to throw it to Kelsey over this way.
Oh, my
that's true.
God.
The number 1 issue that came out this week is the hottest issue. It's the greatest issue of all time. It's Javcott and Black Cat foil version.
Oh,
Foily goodness.
pass.
You bought the issue.
I bought the
bought the issue.
Hildebrandt cover. That's what I bought. I paid for the
So-
first cover.
So
I'm
Electro has the
expecting
best
my,
worst mask in comics.
You know what?
Let's go with
I can
worse.
agree with that.
Let's just go with
Is that
worse.
all you got, Sal?
That's all I got. My HCC pool will be next week, and that will be tons of variants for what you just saw today.
All right, fantastic. Uncle Gary, the floor is yours. What do you got tonight, sir, for pulls of the
flower.
week?
The
The
flower
flower.
is yours.
Okay, let's go with the book that got me for goddamn 5 different covers.
Uh-oh.
Power Girl.
Power Girl.
Power
Medieval
Girl.
mayhem.
Yep.
Let's count the boobs, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's count the breasts. Here, you want me to
Wow.
bend over?
Yep.
You bend over? Let's go.
That's a great cover,
Wait,
though.
she's
That's a
jumping up
great
and down
cover,
now.
I like that cover.
All right.
amazing.
That's a cover. A Jay Lee cover.
Not a Jay Lee fan.
You know what?
Eh.
It's very stylized, but I enjoy Jay Lee's covers. So, he's probably the one artist that's very stylized that I enjoy more than most.
Electro's real mask sure beats that MCU hoodie. Wow.
There you go.
Yeah, I
That's
agree with that.
But that Power Girl cover beats everything else.
Yes.
Want her to bend over? Okay, there we go. All right. All right. Want her to turn around? Oh, not so good.
That's
right.
a good. Yeah.
All right. And again, we did this before. Whose art is this?
Oh,
That's
the
the one that just passed
lady
away. That one,
from
that's-
Ramona
Aquaman.
Fraden. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So again, this is just classic comic art goodness. Miss Ramona Fraden, rest in peace. You were a
Yes.
true trailblazer. So every time I get one of these covers, you can bet your ass I'm going to showcase it and
Wow.
thank Ramona Fraden for all the great work she did.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Detective Comics, and you know what? I know,
Oh,
you had to jump off the ship, but it's 1,083.
Yeah.
And after
Yeah.
my purchases last week, my detective run is from 269 up. So I am not leaving
Jeez.
detective. That's right.
69.
That dates, that's right. It's at 69. And that dates from 1959.
Wow.
Yes.
All right. Penguin, I am loving this.
I heard it was good.
This book is great.
And Gwen.
What
Yep.
issue is that?
8. Yep. Harley,
Quinn.
the A cover, but the B cover is a lot of fun, especially if you like Rachel Dotson and
Oh, wow.
I like that
and
cover.
Terry Dotson. You know,
I like that
Roller
Dotsons.
derby.
Yep. If you like the Dotsons and roller derby, this is your cover. All right. Also got me some Green Archer. There we
Yeah.
go.
There you go.
The
There we
Emerald
go.
Archer.
The Emerald Archer. Yeah. Got me some Flash, and I know it's
Left for Dead.
Left for Dead. You know, this book, I'm like Dan is on this book. It's not the greatest, but I'm not stopping my Flash run.
You're just waiting for it to finish.
Yep. Green
Oh.
Lantern, the Alan Scott one. And I got a sweet alternate cover for that.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's nice.
Mhm.
There's
Yep.
a Red Lantern cover too that I got coming.
Yeah,
Does the
that
Red
was pretty cool.
Lantern Look like
Almost picked that up. Raven the Bold.
Say that again, Dan. What'd you say?
For the Green Lantern alternate that you held up, does the Red Lantern one kind of like match that one?
I don't think so.
No.
No.
I
It's,
haven't
it's,
seen the Red Lantern one.
yeah. You'll see it next week when I get it from
Yep.
CPD.
All right.
Yep, there's the new Brave and the Bold. Yeah, Batman's he's going to break the police line. And for a trade for DC, JLA8. JLA8.
That.
So
4-8.
this was a lot of fun, and this was, I guess it was in the 90s.
Yeah.
All the annuals of the JLA's main characters, they had transformations where they turned into apes. So,
Wow.
you know, I love the Aquaman orangutan who's got the hook. He's got the hook that Aquaman had at the time.
The complete collection.
Yeah.
And that was when they had the alternate Flash. The
Yes.
alternate Wally. They had that cool costume, the red with the
Silver
lightning bolt on the side.
Yeah.
I always thought that they missed a great opportunity with him, because remember, when they brought the regular Wally back and he leaves and he's like, I'm going to go into the multiverse and try and find my world. I always thought they missed a great opportunity to do a book with him that was just him traveling around the multiverse trying to find his way home.
Oh, wow.
That could have been a very good book. Because of y'all's recommendation, Duke, I've been reading Duke.
Are you liking it so far?
Yeah, I'm liking it, and I don't have the G.I. Joe knowledge that y'all have, so they're introducing the characters enough where I know them and all.
Nice.
A book that I know I'm the only one here reading, but I like crime stuff, New Burn. Been so good. Oh, man, I love it. New Burn's a former cop that ended up leaving the force and became a fixer for the mob, for all the families. He would settle disputes between the families.
Wow.
So
I
pretty
read it
interesting.
when it came out. I read the first few issues and I just ended up like, all right, I got to cut back on books. And
The art isn't my favorite, but I love the story. I love the crime stuff, so I am on board. It's Zdarsky on it.
Oh, Gary, real quick, back to JL8. Richard asks, is Gorilla Grodd a human in that story?
I don't believe so, but you know what? It's been a lot of years since I read that, but I don't believe Grodd was a human in that.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've read it too, so I have no idea.
Let's look at let's see what it says. Okay, this is fun from the publisher that brought you Detective Chimp, Gorilla Grodd, Monsieur Mala, Titana, Beppo, and a whole slew of super primates from the greatest ape extravaganza adventure of all time. Let's see what it says about Grodd.
Well, here, I'll do due diligence on that while you're showing the rest of your books. And I
don't see any. There is a reference to Gorilla City, but I don't know that Grodd was human. And my last independent is this Zorro book that I'm really liking.
That's right. You were talking about that the last time I was on.
Yeah, Sean Gordon Murphy. And the issue of Zorro on the motorcycle is still probably my favorite cover of the year. So that's by Romejo. And the last back issue I have, I'm sorry, not back issue. The last independent is this wonderful magazine from Tomorrow's Publishing. So this is a Batman issue, and it's done in the format of the 100 pagers of the 70s that I'm so nostalgic for. That's nice. This is Batman of the 70s. You get Bob Brown, Giordano, Frank Robinson, Simonson, Alex Toth, Bernie Wrightson, Irv Novick. There's some Aparo stuff in here. So it's just this is just a great God. If none of you, this Detective Comics that's shown here is one of the greatest Batman stories of all time. This is what debuted Leslie Tompkins taking care of a young Bruce Wayne after the parents were murdered. There's No Hope in Crime Alley is a story. Oh my gosh, what a great story written by Denny O'Neil. This delves into Batman the Cult a little bit.
I can't find anything as far as Gorilla Grodd and JL8, but we'll get you answers later.
Yeah, and if y'all haven't read it, Batman the Cult is one of the greatest Batman stories.
I have the first issue.
Written by Jim Starlin, art by Bernie Wrightson. I have a copy of the trade signed by both those gentlemen. So that's kind of cool. That's very cool. Signed to me in person.
Pam says 100 pager is pretty cool.
Oh, the 100 pagers were so good in the time. And so they did that back issue magazine in the format. But Tomorrow's publishes back issue and Alter Ego, and they are great deep dives into comic history that I highly recommend. Nice. If you get those. All right, so now we're going to move on to Marvel to finish this out. All right, Ultimate Spidey 3. All right, T-Bolts.
Right on, Dr. Doom.
Little Dr. Doom action.
Liking it. Oh, that's Amazing Spider-Man. And
I cannot wait for that to be done.
And again, this is Legacy issue 940. And considering I have all 940, I'm not stopping Spider-Man. Daredevil. What's the Daredevil legacy?
Snoopy says, remember when 100 pagers were just $1?
That's right. Well, 100 pagers were 60 cents back in the day when Chris, you're a little younger than me, so maybe you don't remember when they were 60 cents. Yeah, Maura McTaggart wondering, why are they going to kill me? What did I do? You have no idea how bad naughty you've been on your other
lives.
She's been naughty. She needs to be spanked. I'm just a guy to spank her. All right, here we go. Incredible Hulk. Great cover.
Yes.
As good as that cover is, another one? How about that transformation cover?
That's nice.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
Isn't that great?
That is cool.
That is a great transformation cover. Love it.
That's like straight out of a horror book.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's what it is. It's a horror book. All right.
Yep.
Wolverine. This violent book. And we're going to cap it off with X-Force. And unlike Sal, I'm not as disappointed in this because we got rid of, at least for now, this awful, awful beast.
Did we?
I think, well, maybe we did, maybe we didn't. But he at least did an act that was kind of selfless in the end to save his best friend.
Yeah.
So he did. And his best friend, but the fallacy is his best friend couldn't have died because he's energy that's just going to reform eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But he still did that. But here's what's really cool. Yeah, baby.
Oh,
look at that.
Yeah,
that's great. looks like
The
some
ins-
George Perez goodness.
Yeah.
That is George Perez incentive variant
Oh,
with the Beast and his best friend Wonder Man, and he has a button on that says Mr. Muscles Fan Club. Any idea what that is?
Mr. Muscles Fan
No.
Club. Isn't that
Okay.
isn't that Wonder Man's like I don't know.
It's his first
I'm just
acting
guessing.
job on a local
Yeah.
kids show. And Sal, I'm surprised you know this because this was back in the time where the Beast was an Avenger and he was hanging out at Avengers Mansion and Wonder Man, and he had the show on and Wonder Man tried to get him to change the channel. He goes, "No, this is crazy. I love this stupid show." And then they introduced Mr. Muscles, who was Simon, and it was
Yeah,
great
That's what I
comedic
thought. Yep.
relief. And so he's got the Mr. Muscles fan club on there.
Yep.
So, and you know what? Perez, God damn, what a loss, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I know.
What a
was
freaking
awesome.
loss. And did any of you fellas have the chance to meet him?
I did.
No.
Okay.
I
When
met
you-
him in Chicago and had my whole family with me at the time when I was married. And George Perez was such a treasure that, like, my kids were little at that
Yep.
time. Like, Ethan was still in a stroller little. And George Perez took the time to talk to each kid, my two stepkids at the time and my two kids, each kid individually, and really get involved with them and made them feel so warm and welcome. And it was wonderful. Talked to me and my wife at the time, and it was an experience I will never forget.
You know what? He is just about the greatest class act there is
Yeah.
that I've met in comics. And indicative of this is you look, and I have pictures of him. Mike, my best friend, has pictures of him. You look at the pictures we have of him. In every picture that's with us or with anybody else, he not only does he have his arm around you, he's leaning his head into you,
Yeah.
which he's just leaning into you, and that's a little subtle thing, but that's the kind of guy he is. Though he's leaning into you, and he embraced the fans, and he wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
He just wanted to, on that last tour around the tours. That's when I saw him on his last tour where he was going around. We drove to New Jersey to see him, and we had to wait 4.5 hours to see him.
Wow.
We were in, and you know what? It was worth it. It was worth every second of waiting. And he did not rush you through. He
Nope.
spent time with everybody and signed a bunch of things. And he was just, he's just as good as it gets in the comic field. So my life has been enriched by meeting that guy.
Oh, yeah.
By meeting that true, total gentleman. And Tim, I'm glad you had the same experience meeting him.
That was the same day that I met Stan Lee, too. I've told that story on here a million times.
Yep.
But yeah, it was awesome. George Perez was and always will be the nicest person in this industry I have ever met.
You know what? I can't dispute that at all.
Yeah.
So not at all. So those are my weekly polls, and we finished with Beast as an Avenger for Sal.
Perfect.
We were wrong, Sal. We were wrong. I saw when we were at the shop yesterday. I saw a trade that came out, and I pointed to on the rack, and I just kind of nodded my head to the rack. I was like, "Which one of those you bet Gary got?" And as soon as Sal looked at it, he's like, "That one." And I'm shocked that you did not buy the Wonder Man trade that came out.
I did.
Oh,
actually, to back up what Snoop just said, Perez was a generation talent. I do. The Wonder Man trade is in my box, and you know why I didn't buy the Wonder Man trade? I didn't buy it because I wanted to be able to do the Wonder Man Avenger Beast thing, right? And next week I get to bring it up again because I'll have the Wonder Man trade. So I did this for pacing. So every week I get to, I get to get a dig in a Wonder Man, Avengers, Beast, and all that. So I didn't want to have it all in one week. Pacing.
TJ, hold on to that question, buddy. Let us get through polls first, and in between polls and back issues, we will definitely.
Oh, that's it. I got that answer for you, baby. TJ, I got the answer on that one.
Well, I know that seeing what was in the Wonder Man book, I know that it's got the Wonder Man Beast Avengers 2 miniseries.
What two?
Avengers 2.
Oh, the title was Wonder Man Beast Avengers 2.
Well,
it wasn't
Avengers 2,
X-Men
Wonder Man
and
Beast.
Avenger. It was Avengers 2. Oh my God, Sal.
It's wonderful.
Sal.
We all know that Dan's smoking some doobage. That's not possible.
Dan, if you're smoking the devil's lettuce, buddy, let me know before class starts, and
So you can take it away from him and make sure.
It's smoking himself.
Yes, that's right. So you can
I still
confiscate
live in an illegal state, ladies and gentlemen. So no, I do not partake in the devil's lettuce.
Say,
Nor do
he's
I.
like, take it away. Tim's like, puff, puff, give.
Puff, puff, give.
Puff, puff, pass. If you got a story to tell, pass it along. Let's go. We ain't got time to let that burn.
All right, so I got. I'll start off. I got my DC stuff. Detective 1083,
Yeah.
and
The
yeah,
covers are great. I love the covers.
Yep.
the covers are good. It's such a tedious storyline at this point. I actually sat down and started reading this and got a few pages in, and I was just like, God, I just set it down. Like, I'll come back to it. Like, I'm not a fan of, the Batman with like the metaphysical stuff and the mystical stuff and all that. Like, I like seeing Batman be street level and, crime and detective stuff. And I'm just not digging this run. I can't wait for it to end. I can't wait for this storyline to end because it's been dragging on for so long. I just want it to be over.
Don't bogart it, Dan. Pass it.
And then speaking of that too, Flash.
Yeah. There you
Another
go.
one. I just am not enjoying the storyline so far, and it's getting to the point. It's getting to the point more so with Flash than Detective. It's getting to the point where kind of with both of them too. Like, I'm kind of debating like how long am I going to keep picking this up, and I'm just not.
Yeah.
Not
You're not enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm not having fun with it. It's just they're getting to be kind of a tedious read, and But something that's not is Green Arrow 10, which has been fantastic so far.
What a segue! God,
Yeah.
that was just like
Yep.
Sliding in.
Smooth like butter.
And I'm really looking forward to reading this because I've been loving that series. I also got the Alan Scott Green Lantern #5.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Which
I love
There are some things in this series that I'm not a fan of. Like, they've done a lot of retconning for Alan Scott's, his history and
Yeah.
and, because they came out, a couple years ago and said that he was gay. Whatever, I don't care. But they're doing a lot of retconning to fit that into his continuity, and some of it just doesn't really make a lot of sense with me. But this issue, I think, is the best of the series so far.
Nice.
And I got to ask you guys that are reading it too, how are you putting these in your collection? Because initially I have, I've got my JSA stuff, and then I've got in the box, and then the JSA adjacent stuff like All-Star Squadron and Stargirl, and then I've got all these in there. But I was thinking like, well, I should have the Wesley Dodds Sandman stuff with the Sandman Mystery Theater, and I should probably have the Green Lantern stuff with all the Green Lantern books, and I should have the Jay Garrick Flash one with all the Flash books. So now I'm debating on how to have that stored and organized.
JSA. I put it with JSA.
I'll probably keep it there, but I don't know. I'll probably also move it 3 times before
You could also just put it in a box of JSA miniseries.
There you go.
Yeah, it's all in a long box right now, but whenever the long box gets filled and or too full and I have to move stuff out, that's probably what I'll do, like move them and do a short box or something. But yeah, like for my indies, like Sal said, I got them in this series, Local Man.
Nice.
And this is Bad Girl. There's a one-shot Bad Girls. I just keep saying, man, if you're nostalgic for 90s image, original 90s image, and you also like a really cool, crime story, small town crime, conspiracy type story, Local Man is such a great book. It's such a fun read. And it's issue 10 that's coming out next, so it's not like there's a whole lot if you want to go pick them up. They're not, you can get them all for cover price. It's been 9 issues and then 2 one-shots. This is one of them.
I love the retro image thing they're doing with that too.
Yeah, it's
Like
fantastic.
everything about it is retro image, and I love it.
And they mention, old, old image characters too, and some of them pop up in here. Like they did a one shot where the design of it was like Deathmate, and they had like all these old image characters popping up. Like Stryker was there and a few others. It was really cool.
Nice.
Like Tim, I haven't been reading this series, but I also picked it up, the blank sketch cover for Conan the Barbarian.
So good. So good.
Well, I got it because when I was doing the Kickstarter, somebody wanted me to do a Conan sketch cover, and I was like, all right, I'll request it. So I put it in to order. Kickstarter didn't go through, but now I still have the blank sketch cover, so I guess I'll draw something on it. Obviously Conan I'll draw on it. I'm just not really sure what now because the person was going to get it for the Kickstarter. It didn't happen, so whatever. I'll have
I will take it, Dan. I will take it. I will give you some healthy ideas for Conan.
All right. And I
some
also
unhealthy ones too.
And some unhealthy ones, yes.
And like you guys also got Duke, which
Yeah.
was awesome. One issue left to go on that, a couple more for Cobra Commander. Then they're having a mini series for Scarlet, and they're having a mini series for Destro.
Yes, got both of those on my polls ready to go.
Me too. And it's making me think like what other Joe and Cobra characters would be cool to see have their own mini series. Yeah. I would personally like to see them do one with Snake Eyes, Stalker, Storm Shadow. The guy
I'm sure they're coming.
The guy that that ended up becoming one of the Freds. I want to see them do a mini series of them in the military together before all of the G.I. Joe stuff.
That would be amazing. Yeah, absolutely.
On to Marvel, I also got Incredible Hulk.
Love that cover,
but the artwork inside is
not the cover.
It's,
yeah.
It's this new guy, Danny Earls. I hope that he is done after the storyline's done because I'm just not digging that art.
I agree. I wanted to go back to the original artist and continue through as much of this run as possible.
Yeah. And if you see the stuff on Danny Earls' Twitter page when he gave his, like 2 years ago, a year or two ago, when he gave his portfolio to Gail Simone, and he ended, she ended up like recommending him. He's getting all this work like this stuff. His pages in his portfolio are so good. This like Batman story that he, short story that he did against Mr. Freeze. And the pages are absolutely gorgeous. They're stunning. And then you look at this stuff and you're like,
maybe he's doing the amount that Marvel is paying him to do. You pay me this much, this is the quality you get.
I have a feeling it's probably more like, hey, I have these sample pages that I can spend as much time as I want working on. Yeah. Oh, now I'm on a deadline and it's not done.
Oh, TJ, there you go. Someone else is interested in Conan. It has now become a bidding war, Dan.
I got Superior Spider-Man #5.
Right on.
And I mean, this is going to be boring now. It's like all the same books that you guys got.
That's all right.
Spider-Man #3. All right. We'll see how many printings of this they do because I've been buying every print of every issue to come out. I'm not going to miss the train on this like I have in the past.
I love the fact that we are all reading a lot of the same stuff. I dig that.
And I also put in a request to get the blank sketch cover that's coming out for Ultimate Spider-Man 2.
Nice.
Cool. So, Wolverine 46. Really looking forward to reading this one.
There we go.
Yeah. Oh my.
Because the tease at the end of the last issue teased like a Team X type of thing. Also X-Men 97.
Ooh, there's the Beast
with Jubilee on the cover.
That's a cartoon. That's not a comic.
That's a comic.
Alternate universe.
Gentlemen.
That's based on
a comic.
That's based on a cartoon.
Where now Beast was an X-Men.
Based on a cartoon, based on a comic.
That's
a comic based on a cartoon, based on a comic.
There you go.
DNA that did the cover, right?
No, this is Todd Knott.
Yeah. Ooh, nice. But DNA did do a cover, I think.
Yeah. Did quite a few of them.
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
for
this is-
97, I believe.
The I mean the artwork inside's okay. It's kind of cartoony, but it's not terribly bad. I
Well,
wish
it
I
is
wish Todd
based
Knock
off
was
a
doing
cartoon. So
yeah, I wish Todd Knock was doing the interiors too, but I know he's doing those upcoming issues of Spider-Man, which I'm going to pick up just because he's doing it.
nice.
I also got Daredevil 7, which the issue was awesome. The cover is absolutely terrible.
It is not
It's
good.
just not. It's just not a good cover.
That is not a modern art masterpiece.
No, this is not.
That is not a candidate for slabbing.
No.
No.
That will be on
Nor-
the year. That will be on the year-end cover of the year show.
There you go.
When we do the Codex Awards, we'll have to do like the
What
not
not
to
to
do.
do.
very things. That'll be
Yeah.
the worst cover. And then I got this. I had lent Sal some. I lent Sal that Manhunter book, the collected volume.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was nice.
Gary, I lent him that to read.
The Paul
And-
Kirk Manhunter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that they collected after
Mhm.
Goodwin died, when they just had
Yep.
like the silent final issue.
Yep.
The collected one. So I lent that to Sal to read, who said he liked it, and then he gave me back that and the Spider-Man sketch cover I did that I sent off to get CGC graded.
You can bring that book. You can bring that trade to Big Lick and get Simonson to sign it.
Oh, I didn't know he was going to be there.
Him and Weasley will be there at Big Lick. Yep.
Oh, nice. I looked on the website; it only listed like one comic creator under guests. I'll have to check again.
Okay. Yeah. No, they've been listed for a while. Yep.
I might have looked in the wrong section though.
And
But
there's
anyway,
also a
let me-
Roanoke one. There's also a Roanoke one.
Okay,
And so there's the Big Lick in Roanoke, Big Lick here at Dulles.
maybe I looked at the wrong one.
Yeah.
But anyways, in the bag he had this. He's like, I got a book in there. You'll see why when I gave it. So he also gave me his, this one.
Oh,
Yep. Nice.
Nice.
That's a great cover. And Sal, we got the Virgin variant of that coming for you. Or I've got it.
Yeah,
Wow.
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why he gave me that one. He said because he's getting the Virgin variant from me. But still, I appreciate it because that's a fantastic cover that I
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
stupidly did not pick up off the shelf, and the next week it was gone.
Is that everything you have for this week, Dan, or you got
Yep.
some more left over?
Nope, that's all. That's all my new stuff.
All right, ladies and
Okay.
gentlemen, that was our pulls of the week.
Hold
Sal, I know you got that one image you want me to show.
Yeah, I want to show you that because Dan was
Yeah.
asking about this. Was there a solo Red Lantern book?
Oh,
There it
that's
is.
awesome.
Yeah.
And I got that coming from HCC
Look
as
at
well.
that.
So
That's a cool.
when that
cover.
shipment comes, you guys will see it.
Yep.
That's neat.
Very good cover. Yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to check out Sal on his YouTube page. Where would that be, Sal? So people can see where that cover is going to be shown.
All right. Well, you can check it out on YouTube under Sal's Comic Corner and Instagram as the Slab Guy 77.
There you go. And Dan, for people to fight over that sketch you're going to do of Conan, where can they find you?
I can be on Instagram at Dan Kelly Art, and I actually, speaking of sketch covers, I posted the drawing I did for the Moon Knight one that I gave to you.
That's right. And I got that sitting right here, ladies and gentlemen. It sits
Nice.
on my desk in all its glory.
And
Very excited and very happy
might
for that.
have for anyone that doesn't know, yeah, there's the original.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Lord. So for anyone that doesn't
Good
know,
stuff.
So good.
yeah, I've said it before. I draw all the stuff on like Bristol board first because I erase a lot and I change stuff a lot before it's finalized, and that's not good for the paper that they print on these sketch
No.
covers because the residue from the pencil will stay on there. So I draw everything first and get it the way I want it before I redraw it on the sketch cover. So I have the, like I said, that one, and then the sketch cover that he has. So there's an original that goes with it all. So I didn't post the picture of the sketch cover today. I posted the picture of that. The sketch cover I will post later.
All right. Now, gentlemen, let's go back to something that TJ asked before we finished polls. Let's go back to George Perez. Sal, we'll start with you. What was his best work in your opinion?
Oh gosh, but it's hard to pick one. It's hard to pick one.
Where knife safety is always practiced.
Always practice.
Absolutely. Well,
Well,
top of your head, then. I mean, there's so many to choose. What do you think is the pinnacle?
He was he did JLA Avengers, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
that's the one.
absolutely
Yeah,
did.
that's the one that's coming right to my top of my head,
Right there.
like that. Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. JLA Avengers. I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the cover I'm thinking of. That's the cover I'm thinking
There
of
you
right there.
go.
So I'm good. That's my.
That's my
Yep.
phone background. Let me show you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
That's wonderful. Okay, I'll go next. I think JLA Avengers, I agree with you on that. The half that he did for Infinity Gauntlet is absolutely fantastic, but I think where he really, really shined was for multiple characters, Crisis on Infinite Earths, without a doubt. But
that was very close second for me.
But
very
for
close.
individual characters, Wonder Woman, when he did Wonder Woman.
I agree with that.
I'll leave it there. Gary, what about you?
There's only one correct answer.
Oh, there it is.
The correct answer is JLA Avengers. This is his magnum opus. And he was going to do this in 1983, and it got scuttled by Jim Shooter. And it did not happen. And these things are great wraparound covers. So I have 2 copies in each one of these, so I can turn it around and see the wraparound. And this cover right here, 206 characters.
Insane.
Wow.
Yeah, this
That's
wiped
crazy.
out his yep, that's right, Chris. Snoop. This cover here, I once had a trivia contest, and I said, in what in the cover of JLA Avengers 4, what 2 iconic items in comic history is Superman holding? And somebody wrote Lois Lane's breasts.
No.
Which was pretty funny. You got to give him.
I hope they got a second consolation prize.
Yeah, I think they got a half point for creativity.
JLA versus Avengers, Gary, will always hold a special place in my heart because
that's right, because your brother.
One of the last books that he ever bought, and I have that.
And you have that book, and that book will never leave your side.
Yeah.
So
all right.
The TJ, this is the correct answer. And who didn't answer? Somebody didn't answer yet. Was it Dan?
Yep, we're waiting on Dan. What do you got?
Pam. I
mean, you got to go JLA Avengers. He had a great run on JLA. He had a great run on Avengers. That that put him together, especially if you include the 20 something pages for the 80s one that he penciled.
Yep.
I mean, like you said, he had so many great runs on DC stuff and Marvel stuff and Wonder Woman and Teen Titans and I mean just everyone, but in Crisis and Infinity Gauntlet, but it's got to be JLA Avengers. But if you want a nice obscure book, he did a 4-issue miniseries with.
Hey Dan, move forward just a hair so your camera can refocus on you. There we go.
He did a 4-issue miniseries with Peter David called, and I never know if I'm pronouncing it right. I'm sure Gary knows what it is.
Saxon Violence. Saxon
Violence. And if you want to see George Perez draw uncensored, beautiful, naked women and loads of gratuitous violence, that's the book for you.
Okay. Now, George Perez had a little fetish thing that he enjoyed with his life, and that's fine. I love that. There was a fantasy con or something like that he would go to every year, and I know one year he was going to judge the naked something pool party or something like that, a contest.
Oh my God!
So hey, George Perez, you can. I have no problem with that, brother.
That's right.
I have no problem.
Totally
All right.
If you want to see a book that you would not expect the 2 of these like big time mainstream guys to do, check out that book. It's a cool read too. It's an interesting story, but
all right. What's the name of it again, Dan?
Saxon Violence.
Saxon Violence. There
but
we go.
It's spelled SACHS.
Yeah.
And then violence spelled VIOLENS.
Yep.
There you go.
And those are the names of the 2 main characters in it.
All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, before we get into back issues, if you remember, I showed you this in my weekly polls.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Yes.
you have an opportunity to win this now through the month of April. So this last episode in the month of March that we're doing for After Dark and all through April, plus on every other live show that we do throughout the month. So that's the podcast and comic character of the week. You will have a chance to win this Nirvana store exclusive copy of Feral #1. Ladies and gentlemen, it's real simple. All you have to do is two things. Number one, you have to be subscribed to the Codex station right here on YouTube. That's number one. That's real easy. 99% of you are already there. The other 1%, just hit it. You're done. Number two, super simple. Get your keyboard fingers ready because I want you to, if you want to enter in to do this, type in hashtag giveaway in chat right now, and Sal will take your name down and we will do the drawing at the end of the month. Yeah, you will. Get a
I
pen,
will.
get a piece of paper. Sure.
Wait a
So
minute. There's
we'll
work
give you,
involved?
I
No.
guess. So
God.
hashtag giveaway. If this is something that you're interested in, go ahead and do that right now. I'll give you guys a minute or two to
And
do
if
that.
you don't win, Sal's responsible.
There you go.
They'll still be giving out the foot rubs for anybody that is
The consolation prizes
within
are
a 100-mile
foot rubs
radius.
from Sal. The more corns, the better.
There you go.
Am
The
I allowed?
bunions.
Are we
Time
allowed
to rub
to
the
enter?
bunions.
Sal, I'm writing them down.
Oh, hey, dude, I was writing them, so you write them down then. So now, if
All
nobody
right.
wins, you blame Tim.
There you
Tim
go,
Tim
ladies
now,
and
all right?
gentlemen. All right. Anybody else throughout the rest of the episode, if you want to type in hashtag giveaway, by all means, go ahead and do that. And you will be
TJ.
entered in to win
Pam is entering for the foot
this
rubs.
hashtag foot rubs.
Oh,
We'll do
so
that
there
too.
you go. You got a
This
customer.
copy of Feral #1, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Okay, there we go. Pam, I'm going to put you in just for foot rubs alone.
Pam,
Done.
be careful. Foot rubs are a gateway drug.
They're a gateway rub is what they are.
Oh,
Gateway
whoa, I
rub.
saw what you did there.
Ladies and gentlemen, now let's get into some back issues, some glorious back issues. Hashtag belly rub. Absolutely. That's my dogs every morning. Ladies and gentlemen, also Dan is letting me know we are at 75 comments in chat tonight. Let's go ahead and get that up to 100.
My
We've done
goodness.
that once before,
There you
and I
go.
would love to see that happen again. There we go, Pam. All right. Let's get some back issue goodness going while you guys sit back, relax, and enjoy this because, as always,
Is it a stack?
Oh, my God. That's a stack.
Oh, yes. But first, I'm going to show you some trades. So, take a peek at this. Got this for $1.
That is a
Oh,
great
that's
trade.
good.
That's the
That's
first
great.
JSA trade.
Yeah.
So good.
Hey, Richard, thank you very much, man. I really appreciate that. He passed away over 11 years ago. It's a long story. I'm sure if you look on older episodes of Codex, I talk about it. But I'll talk about it again at some point. Yeah. But he was a good man, real awesome. And that was one of the last books that I got from him was the JLA versus Avengers. And yeah, it was great. This one I also got. I don't remember if I showed this one to you guys or not. Remind me if I did.
No.
I'm not.
That's
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is volume 2 then.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Man, that
So
was such a good series.
This was such a great series.
you guys are welcome. Thank you so much for getting me into this. I'm absolutely loving it. I've got the first 15 issues now, and I can't wait.
Was it through Wildcat that got you really?
Yeah, that's
Yep.
exactly what it
When
was.
we
I
did a
was,
Wildcat show.
I was
Yep.
talking to Wes about that today. It was because
And that
of
was
the
the-
Wildcat
Oh,
episode.
Snoop there is a huge JSA fan, and he has most of the JSA appearances, including he's got All-Star Comics 6, I believe, which was
Wow.
when Johnny Thunder joined the team.
Perfect.
And
And I
the JSA series, that's before Johns took over as the writer.
He is.
He was a contributor, I think.
Yeah, but he
Yeah.
wasn't the main writer.
He was not the
No.
main writer.
Goyer, I think.
Yeah, David
Yep.
Goyer. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So this one I got too. I've got most of the single issues, but I just wanted the collection because it's a beautiful story.
Nice.
Yep.
That's a good one to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
So there we go. Got some awesome trades. Once I finish the first volume of Nightfall, which I'm about halfway through, I'm going to get started on JSA. All right, here we go. So, Dan, these first ones are for you. Some of these are from McKay's, others came in the mail, and even more came from other places that I can't remember. G.I. Joe Real American Hero Frontline. This is the original Image run, issue number 6.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
pretty cool. Issue 17, awesome picture of Beachhead there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Snoopy says it was Goyer and Johns jumped on board around issue 6. For
Yeah.
JSA.
And they co-wrote it for a while before Johns took over.
Are you an advocate for Beachhead?
Sometimes, I mean, day or night, it doesn't matter as long as
I'd be a fan.
as long
Was
as
it
it's frothy, I guess.
Was that when Tim Seeley was drawing the book?
Unknown. No, Johnson.
No.
Well, this is toward the end. No, you're right. It is Seeley. Yeah. And this is issue 18, the last issue. This is the B cover. And this is also the B cover too. So that. This one I got, Dan, you'll appreciate this. This is Chaos Quarterly. I think this is issue 2. It's beat up, but I had to have it because it was awesome back then. It's still awesome now. And look at this beautiful painted artwork from 1995.
Oh yeah,
that Lady Death. Yep, I've got that somewhere.
Yeah. See, it's been well read. So, and I'm okay with that. Paid $2.50 for it. But yeah, I had to have it.
Yeah, they were putting that anthology book out when they started, because at first it was just Evil Ernie, and then they were having the Lady Death miniseries, and then after a few years they decided to start expanding and having a bunch of other different characters too.
This is, and I love McKay's stickers too because they just come right off.
Yeah, like Purgatory and Cremator and
Lady Death, Cremator, Purgatory, and Bedlam.
Bedlam, yeah, that was another one.
So there it is without the McKay sticker. Beautiful.
Chaos had some crazy alternate covers that they had back in they would have they would have these contests where they would make covers that would be, you talk about one of one, where the cover would be made of actual leather or it would be made of actual gold and have real jewels in it and stuff where they would deliver, have a security guard deliver it to the winner of these contests. It was crazy the stuff that they were doing back then.
I would love to see some of that stuff. I've seen some of the leather bound stuff, but nothing more beyond that. Gary, what did you have?
Oh, I was just going to say, TJ was talking about be careful with the sand. It get in places where it's irritating. But listen, that's why you go to a naked beach, because then you don't have sand that get caught in anything.
That's true. Snoopy, is that factual, actual human flesh? We need some research done on that. If you could provide a link or something so we could check it out. Sal, some due diligence, please.
Listen, I wouldn't put it past Chris for the human flesh there.
All right, moving on while we figure out if Chaos did in fact use someone's skin to make a book. Aliens vs. Predator, issue number 0.
Oh, nice. That looks cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I like that.
And this is the first run. So the first time Aliens and Predator ever went against each other. Looks absolutely fantastic. And this right here is the last issue I needed along with that to complete the run. So this is issue number 2.
Oh, that's cool.
That's an ugly mother.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can say it. We're an hour and a half in.
Oh, we're an hour and a half in. Yeah. One ugly mother. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, do it now. Kill me. Come on, do it.
Here is the fried pie variant for the Shadow and Batman team up.
Oh,
that is a great cover.
That looks amazing. And I paid $2 for that.
Yeah, DC had a while there where they were doing some cool noir stuff with those old
Yeah.
characters. They had like a bat. They had this cool book where there was a team up of Batman and Doc Savage and the or not the Shadow.
Well, I mean,
Spirit.
they did series for a lot of those characters too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
First
Doc
wave,
Savage,
first wave,
Shadow,
it's called.
Yeah.
Justice Inc. Going pretty far back.
The Avenger.
Now, you JSA fans, here's a good one for you. Paid $2.99 for it, so cover price. This is Justice Society of America #2.
Yep, Starman cover.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That's the one they did the JSA series, and then they canceled it and like relaunched it a month later with as Justice Society of America. They had Alex Ross do a bunch of those covers on JSA, and then when they relaunched it as Justice Society, the first I forget like 10 issues or so,
We're all Ross.
Yeah.
All right, Satellite Ears, Dan. This is issue 207 of Justice League of America.
That's great. That was a great 3-part team up.
Yes.
Love the floating heads.
The floating heads were great, and the floating heads expressions changed every issue.
That is why I picked this up, Gary, because you were talking about it. This is the 20th annual team up of the Justice Society and the Justice League, also guest starring the All-Star Squad.
Yes. Yep.
My Lord.
But it was 3 issues, and like I said, the floating heads, the expressions change every issue.
I love it.
That's Perez drawing it all, baby.
That's so fantastic. And then we got this is issue 248 of Justice League of America. Love this cover.
Yep.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Such a great cover.
You're getting toward the end there. It only went to 261.
If we ever do another Martian Manhunter episode, this will be on my cover picks right here.
It was funny. I was just thinking, like, man, I can't believe I missed that cover when we were doing the Martian Manhunter character of the week episode.
Now here is this is a black and white variant for Dark Knight's Metal. I think this is issue 3. I could be wrong. It might be issue 6, but I'm pretty confident it's issue 3. Paid $6 for it. Could not turn it down. It looked so effing cool. Take a look at that.
Oh, that's cool. That is nice.
That is wild.
It's cool.
Yeah. And that is not a spider tick. That is, spider crack. That's just something having to do with plastic. So there you go.
Beautiful.
Looks great. Now this cover is cool. This is for the recently finished Hawk Girl series, which I wish they would have continued. But this is a beautiful C cover variant for Hawk Girl #1.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's nice.
I love that. Absolutely fantastic. That's
not a Turner, but it reminds me of Turner.
It does, doesn't it? That is who is that? Otto Schmidt.
Yeah.
And that is very Turner-esque.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Next, this is kind of a big one. So with my 2024 goals, this is the only annual I needed for Superman Batman. This is annual #4.
Nice.
That's a good one.
Very cool.
Yeah, and I got it at a very reasonable price. And Sal, this is minty fresh.
And you want to tell everyone why it's significant?
Because it is early Art Germ artwork, and also one of the contested first appearances of Batman Beyond in the DCU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
So
cool.
I paid this book. I've seen at times go upwards over $100. I ended up getting it for 30.
Nice.
That's real good.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. This is just foily goodness. Could not pass it up. Wes and I were digging through McKay's. That stuff will be coming out within the coming weeks. So keep an eye out for that. But this is the Flash #80, Super Chrome, Super Foil, Alan Davis.
Oh, nice.
Cool cover.
Right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Love it. Next we have, I already have a copy of this, but I will pick up these variants anytime I see them. This is Superman Unchained #5, and this is by Francis Manipul.
Oh,
yeah,
that's cool.
great cover.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Gorgeous variants.
The old Fleischer.
Yeah.
I always like the logo with the black background to it.
Oh yeah,
it made it pop more for me.
Of it.
Anytime I see these Unchained variants, they are so underrated. I always pick them up. Contested wasn't his first appearance in Hulk 180. You know, you're absolutely right, TJ. I am so sorry that I forgot that Batman Beyond showed up in Hulk 180.
All
But he
roads,
did.
all roads lead to Hulk 180.
That's right.
6 degrees of Hulk 180.
Mm-hmm.
It was that Fleischer Superman logo. There was a cool live action appearance of it in the Superman and Lois show.
Mhm.
It was in the first season when they, something happened to Superman. Like the episode was like telling his origin, and it shows him when he first showed up as Superman, and he's got that suit with the Fleischer logo, and he saves some kid, and the kid looks at him and like it's such a perfect scene, and the kid looks at him and was like, "Cool suit," and he walks up and goes, "Thanks, my mom made it for me," and then he like flies off to help someone else, and
Wow. All right. Moving right along. This was the last one I needed for the Batman One Bad Day stuff. Now I have all of them. This is One Bad Day, Mr. Freeze.
nice.
It's a good book.
Yeah, I haven't read it. This is the one I've been wanting to read. He's one of my favorite Batman villains. Next, Catwoman #1. Didn't have, I had a variant, but I did not have the A cover, so I got that.
Joelle Jones.
Thoroughly enjoy her stuff. Absolutely fantastic. Issue #2.
Yeah.
And
Cool.
we got issue number 28.
Very good.
There we go. Now, got some Excalibur stuff for my 2024 collecting goals. Excalibur number 41. I love Shadowcat and Wolverine down there.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic. Absolutely love it. And Nightcrawler kicking the snot out of Marvel Girl.
Yeah.
X Factor number 48.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a cool cover.
Then I
It
got
was.
the only 2 annuals for the entire run. So now I have all the annuals for that. Annual number 1, first appearance of Chaos.
Total chaos.
Never see him again after that. I think the
Oh,
only character that you've seen when that year Marvel, I think it was 97, when they had a new character appear in every annual. I think the only one you ever saw again was Executioner, and he was in an episode of X-Men 97.
No, they had Adam X appeared again.
Did they?
Yeah, he was in because it turned out that he was when they did an X-Men series, X-Men Legends, like a year or two ago, it was revealed that he was kind of sort of another Summers brother.
Oh, well, there you go. Excalibur annual number 2.
Nice.
And you got Psylocke there, and Nightcrawler down there, and Shadowcat, and I think that's Captain Britain. I'm unsure.
Yeah, that was a pretty awful costume they gave him. But
terrible. Moving right along into X-Force. This has a stain on the word force, but I think it can be removed. But the cover itself, this is one of the few times you'll hear me say that Liefeld did an awesome cover. Right there.
Yeah, I like that.
It's a great cover.
Did for Excalibur, do you have the they weren't part of the run of it, but there was like a short graphic novel
specials.
There was like a short graphic novel that was like a thin one that came out right before the series.
I think so. I think so.
And there was the oversized the Marvel graphic novels. There was one that came out for them called
I don't have that.
Weird World 3.
No, not yet. It's on my list though. Do what?
I said you could pick it up pretty cheap. I don't think
it's
more pricey.
This one I got pretty cheap, and this is beautiful Simonson work. This I think is one of my favorite covers now, and this is X Factor number 13.
Oh, that's so good.
That is good.
I love that
great
cover.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fantastic. This one's a big one. So I paid $20 for this on eBay. And this is the last issue that did the reprints for X-Men. This is issue number 93.
Oh,
there you
go.
That is.
Yeah.
Right after that.
And it came in a Gerber bag and board, too.
Oh,
there you go. It makes it shine, baby.
Yeah, exactly. So that's my bookend for that. That's the last of the reprints right there. 93. Love it. Got some Avengers stuff for you. This is Avengers 264.
Oh, that's a cool one.
First
Yeah.
appearance of her, too, I believe.
Yeah, that's the
I
different version of Yellow Jacket. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see Beast yet. Why is Beast not there?
Oh, he's-
Wait, because he's not an Avenger.
He's in
Because
the
Beast had
mansion.
left the team because he had figured that he had achieved all the highs he could as an Avenger, and it's time to move on.
And
Here's
she ended,
one-
up she ended up becoming a part of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes, she did.
Did she?
Yellow
Mhm.
Jacket, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she went
Here's-
to the future and became one of the Guardians.
Here's a guest appearance by the Amazing Spider-Man, 316.
Oh,
Fighting
yeah.
the hordes of Nebula for the life of Star Fox. This one's a cool cover. I dig this. They're getting ready to pick a new team of Avengers. This is issue number 329.
Oh, yeah, that's a cool one.
Yeah.
And when they unmask the guy that's in the black there right behind Cap's shoulder, they
Mhm.
unmask him and reveal who he is at the end of the issue, where he's a reserve Avenger. And it's, if you haven't read it, you will absolutely
I have not read it yet.
You will absolutely not see coming who it is.
Ooh. He
There you
kept
go.
shedding on the carpet, so Jarvis kicked him out. Wow. Get
Yeah.
out of here, beast. I've had it with all this blue fur. Here is Avengers 344. I love this cover.
Oh, that's such a great.
Yeah, that's a great
Swordsman,
cover.
yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody knows
Very
Beast
cool.
never was on the carpet in Avengers Mansion. He just bounced around
On the walls.
Just bounce on the walls. Yep.
Here's some awesome Ghost Rider goodness. This is issue number 31, the last part in the Rise of the Midnight Sun series.
Nice.
Nice.
Beautiful Andy Kubert artwork, by the way. Love it. Then we have issue 41. Books are sliding. Got to tell them to stop. There we go.
Cool.
Issue 41. I'm slowly working toward getting this back up to where it was. I used to have nearly the full run. But yeah, so I got to work on that again. Secret Wars number 6. Love this cover.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. And I got it for the nice price of $6.
Oh, that's a good
So
deal.
funny
That's a very good deal.
It was so funny that they only did that series so that they could have a toy line based on
So they
it.
could sell toys.
Yeah.
To sell
Yeah.
toys because DC did so well with superpowers.
Yep.
But the Secret Wars toy line didn't do very well, but the comic was a huge success.
Yeah. Sensational She-Hulk number 4. This is the John Byrne run, I believe.
Oh yeah, so
It
good.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Surgeon
Blonde Phantom.
warning: the Surgeon General's office has determined that this scene does not appear in this magazine. Love it. My Golden Age guest star is supposed to meet me here. Where is she? Right here, She-Hulk. Beautiful copy of Iron Man. This just looks gorgeous. The blue on here is unblemished, and it is issue 208.
Oh,
Mm,
that's cool.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
That
cool.
looks
The
great.
Centurion armor. Yeah.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, I always like that. I always thought it was supposed to be when I was a kid. I thought it was red and white, and I guess it's supposed to be
Red and silver. Yeah.
But
Red
they
and
didn't
silver.
make it look silver at all.
No. Here is a gorgeous, spectacular Spider-Man number 81. Early appearance of Cloak and Dagger.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
And that's minty
Yeah.
fresh too. That looks
Nice.
really nice.
Love it.
This is one issue that I have been trying to get for a long, long time. This is early Stephen Platt. This is Moon Knight number 60, the last issue in the entire series for Mark Spector Moon Knight. Check that out.
No, that's a great cover.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. It's got some spine ticks on it, but I got it and I'm happy with it. Finally. I've been wanting this for years.
Yeah,
Those
that black
books
cover
were-
in nice shape. It's hard to find.
Yeah.
Those books were so hot when they came out and
Yeah.
so hard to get because at the end of the series, the print runs were low because nobody had been
Super
ordering it.
low. Yeah.
And he got to be super popular, but by the time they didn't have time to
They gave him the
print it up.
last 2 or 3 issues, I think, and that
It was
was
the
it.
last few, yeah, and they'd already canceled the book, and
Yeah.
then he hopped over to do Profit for Image, and then
Yeah.
he just kind of disappeared.
Yeah, you don't see him anymore. Here is Daredevil Fall from Grace, Chapter 4. This is issue number 323, guest starring Venom.
Nice.
Very cool.
I love that cover.
Mhm.
Got the last single issue I needed for 1985. If you haven't read this, this is one of my all-time favorite series. I've read this probably more than anything else I have in my collection.
Oh, that's cool.
Love the series. Absolutely gorgeous. Punisher War Journal #2. This is a great cover.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a great one. I got that one.
Yeah. Now,
Before I kill somebody, let me take off this shirt.
these
Mhm.
these
I don't
next
want to get blood on.
are kind of big ones. So I had a copy of this before, had it graded at a 9.2, and I sold it not too long ago. And now I have another copy of it, and this I think will grade out higher than a 9.2. And this is the Incredible Hulk #449.
First Thunderbolts.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've got that slabbed. I do.
Well, this I think will grade higher than a 9.2. It needs a press. I don't see any visible spine ticks or anything like that, but I haven't really examined it overall. But
Yeah.
I think this is a good 9.4 to 9.6 candidate.
Okay, we'll see. Mine's a 9.2 as well.
Yeah.
So
I know you and I had twins for the longest time.
yep.
Now, Gary,
There we go.
this officially right here is now the oldest comic book I own.
Ooh.
It's a 10 center. So 1954. That counts as Golden Age, right?
That is Golden Age.
Okay, so this is the oldest book I have. It's from Atlas. So pre-Marvel. It is here. Let me get the sticker off of here. So now whoever had this when they were a kid, in the white for the lettering of the title, they colored it in with crayon, red crayon. But I kind of like it. I kind of dig it. It adds to whatever story this book has to it, right? But it's nice for its age. There are pieces missing, and I'll point that out here in a second. Battlefront 17.
Oh, it's a war book.
Oh,
Yep,
cool.
that is great.
Now you can see the red.
Yeah.
Yep, that's okay though.
Yeah,
Oh,
Kind of fits with it. Almost looks like blood on the.
Mhm.
that's what I thought. Whatever kid had this book was like, that's going to look really cool. And
Yeah,
man, it does.
I wonder if that's a Severin or a Manili cover. That's
I don't
really
know.
great
I
cover.
couldn't find a whole lot of information on it. But as far as pieces missing, there's a chunk missing right here. And you can see
that's
where the
just a little
corner.
bit though.
Yeah, and then you've got this piece here. Right there. That's what I think too, Richard. I think that will come out, and I'm going to give it to the guy that does a lot of the cleaning and pressing for my books recently and see what he can do with it. He says he specializes in older books, so we will see. There's also a piece missing down here, and you can see some of the damage and stuff. But beyond that, I haven't taken it out yet, so I'll do that right now while we're on the show.
Is that across the R in the logo? Is that a stain or is that part of the art? Like, is that
That
smoke?
is a stain.
Okay. I didn't know if it was that or if it was like smoke coming off of the gun.
so what's the official title of it?
Battlefront. No
48 issues. It went 48 issues.
So there we go. We got that. And you can see some more staining on the book itself on the back end, right over in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
But it holds very tight. And the cover is, it's detached. So you can see where it's detached right down there at the bottom. But it's got that smell. The
But
interior.
for your oldest book though, that's awesome to dip into the 50s.
Yeah. Well, I have a couple other books from the 50s, but not as old as 54. Yeah. So it's nice. It's a nice book. This will get pressed, cleaned, and preserved as best as I can do it.
What number did you say it was again?
17.
17.
Yeah.
Looking it up.
Yeah, I can't find the cover artist either, but I would think it's either Manili or Severin.
Pam says that's awesome. One of my favorite books is when I finally figured out the kid had been eating spaghetti while reading the book. That's great.
Wow.
Pam, what book is that? TJ's asking. I want to know. Please let us know what book that is. That's wonderful. But yeah, Battlefront 17, 10 cents. I kind of like the red on there, to be honest with you. I really do. It just tells that story, and I think that's really cool. All right, that's what I got for back issues this week, gentlemen. That's half of what I had the last time. Sal, what do you got this week for back issues, buddy? Oh, big fat Easter egg, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Easter, by the way.
Happy Easter.
Happy. It's Easter. There we go.
There you go. Dan, what about you? What do you got for back issues?
I don't have anything for back issues, but I got that stuff I pulled out to.
Yes, please show that.
So I thought, I got, all my old video game systems still going back to when I was a kid. And I was like, like in comics, I always like comic video games. So I thought I'd pull a few out to show off and see who else remembers them. So should I start recent and work backwards, or start older and
work up?
Red
Pam,
Circle Madhouse. Yeah.
Pam says the book that the kid was eating spaghetti with is Red Circle Madhouse. That's fantastic.
Well, appropriate was Red Circle since it got red sauce on it.
There you go. Right. All right, Dan, show us what you got, buddy.
All right, so this is clear. This is by far not all the comic video games are out. These are just the ones that I had and still have. So we'll start off with some NES cartridges.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I did not have the foresight as a kid to save the boxes. Well, because
none of us did.
Well, now with Sega and PlayStation and Xbox and all that, they made the cases where they were meant to be saved. Nintendo back in the day, they were just cardboard boxes. You just
those things were crushed in a heartbeat.
Yeah, but like you didn't think to save them because
I don't need the box.
Because you took the game out, you took the instruction book out, and then you would have these
the plastic sleeves
that you would put them in, and that's what you would do, and most people didn't save the boxes. Most people, but I'll start out with a good one: the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I loved that game as a kid. It is one of the most difficult games ever made.
Oh yeah,
it is so much fun.
That part of it where you have to swim and deactivate the bombs.
Oh my god!
And you see the clock ticking down.
Yeah.
And the one part of it where you're having to go through, and there's like all the electric, seaweed or something you got to swim through. But
you're like,
notice,
how in the fuck am I supposed to beat this stupid game?
And notice the cover art, like the comic, they're all wearing red masks because originally in the comic they all had the same color mask. The only way to tell them apart was by what weapon they had.
Yeah,
by just looking at them.
That's a great game right there. Love it.
And G.I. Joe.
Oh my god. You have that. Holy cow.
My cousin, when we used to go in the summers and
I love that game.
I would visit my cousin in Florida, in California. Then when they moved to Florida, we would play this game, and
so much fun.
This is one of the ones, if I remember right, it would give you a code when you beat each level. So when you would go back to
password code,
you would put the code in so you could just skip that level, because playing old video games, for anyone that doesn't remember, there was no I'll just get to a save point and I'll come back to it later. There was no save point. You beat the game while you were sitting there, or you just started over again.
Legend of Zelda was the first. Yeah, or you left it on. Mm-hmm. Legend of Zelda was the first game to have a save card, a memory card in it.
Yeah, I mean, there were some games that, like G.I. Joe, Mega Man 2 was one where after you beat each boss, you would get like a little code that you could put in to skip them and automatically.
Kid Icarus too.
Yeah. This one, I have this. Spider-Man: Return of the Sinister Six.
Nice.
Wow.
I like the reflection of the eyes. That's awesome.
Yep.
Richard says Bubble Bobble had the codes as well.
And do you recognize the artwork?
Yeah, that is Eric Larson.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I still have the instruction booklet for it too.
TMNT, I believe, was harder than Mike Tyson's Punch Out by a sight.
Yeah. So yeah, remember they used to give you instruction booklets for the games too that told you, that told you how to get through the levels.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Tell
That
me you
is
got the
great.
red. Tell me you got the red cartridge.
Well, that's not for Nintendo.
We're getting the
Oh,
Super
was it?
Nintendo
Ah,
for Maximum Carnage.
yeah.
A game that I loved playing, Captain America and the Avengers.
Oh wow.
Let's see it focus.
Yeah, that's
Come
cool.
on, camera. Do your job.
It says negative.
You've got one job.
But you can also see the art on here. I got the
Yeah.
I love
There it
the
is.
logo they did for it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is cool logo.
That is great. And yeah, again, the a little bio on each character that you can play as.
Wow.
And yeah, getting started, power, it shows you like, oh, here's all the power items throughout it. And yeah, these are, and here's the villains that you're going to fight in it. And
that's great.
Yeah, that was a game I played a lot. This next one is not one I played a lot because this is one of the worst fucking Nintendo games.
E.T.
X-Men.
Oh my God.
This game sucked.
You are bringing out all the nostalgia.
This game sucked so bad.
Was Beast in that Captain America game, Dan?
Negative.
It was Cap, Hawkeye, all white Vision, and Iron Man.
I don't even think Beast was in that X-Men game, was he?
No, he wasn't.
Nope.
No.
I bet he'd been in the
characters
defense.
even the characters that were in this.
Gary.
Maybe if you blow on the cartridge, Beast will appear.
If you blow on the cartridge 3 times and say Avengers 2.
Listen, I know. If you blow on certain things, the Beast will appear. So.
My God.
But yeah, unlike the X-Men arcade game, which was fantastic, this game was just the biggest piece of shit. I don't know if any of you ever played it.
I have not.
It's even for a Nintendo game, the graphics sucked.
Oh my God.
And it's just you're just walking around this like maze, blasting these random shapes. Just these last 2 Nintendo ones I have to show you were 2 of my favorite ones though that I played so much. Silver Surfer.
He's not even on the
cover. Yeah, where the heck is it?
But he is on the cover of the instruction book.
Snoop says the X-Men game was a turd.
It was, yeah. It was just. But yeah, Silver Surfer was on the cover of.
Richard says he was tricked many times by Blockbuster renting that game.
But yeah, so Silver Surfer was one where you selected which world you were gonna go to, and who you were going to fight, who the boss was. You would fight at the end. You got Firelord, Mephisto, all these ones. And the cool thing about this book was, Reptile, Mephisto, Skrull Emperor, Possessor, and Firelord, as the bosses, and. It gives you all this info on Silver Surfer, real name, but it also has now for his latest adventure.
It came with the mini comic too?
Yeah,
no kidding.
And that's part of the instruction book. And the artwork in this is pretty nice too.
Richard says the Silver Surfer game was tough.
Yeah, it was a tough game, but it was a lot of fun. I played it a lot.
Wow. I remember the Joe Satriani album, Surfing with the Alien. I used to have that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then this other one was another Nintendo game I played a ton. Wolverine.
Oh, yeah. I played the shit out of that.
Yeah. This
Dimly art on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was such a great game. And it had... you could get a couple of the X-Men. You could like unlock them to appear and like help them out. Occasionally, it was Psylocke, Jubilee and Havoc, if I remember correctly.
No Cyclops, of course.
No. And, the instruction book for it, and it's the what's going down. And
so it's interesting. They pulled pictures right out of the comic.
Oh yeah.
So these were not drawn from the instructions, because that one shot of
Nice,
Wolverine
beautiful
was
clip
from,
art.
after he got blasted by Dr. Doom. I just remember that.
Excuse me. But yeah, it's got here's all the levels.
Oh wow.
And then it's got the Wolverine life stuff. Wolverine and his friends.
Oh my
and then
god.
It's got a little
Wolverine ain't
like
got no friends.
a little thing for each character that, like I said, that's able to pop up during the game to help him out.
Is
Wow,
Cyclops listed among his friends?
No. Those are the only friends, and then now here's the enemies.
Cyclops is on that list.
Yeah.
Oh, and then it's also got hot tips.
Hot tips.
Tips.
Wow,
Hot
that's
tip.
great.
So, that's it for the comic games I had for
Nintendo.
Now, after Nintendo, I started my video gaming career with the ColecoVision and Atari.
Oh, yeah.
Then moved on to Nintendo, and then after Nintendo, I moved on to the there were the two game systems that were big at the time. There was Super Nintendo and Sega, and I had the Sega.
Sega.
This one, which was strange that it got a game because it was a fairly obscure comic, which was X Mutants.
Oh wow.
I never
That's
read
early Malibu stuff.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I never really read the X Mutant comics. I flipped through it some, but I had a lot of fun playing the game. And see, this is when they started making pieces.
Pam, ActRaiser was amazing. I love that game.
And so you got the cartridge and this is when they were still giving you the instruction books on on what to do, and so of course this is pre-internet too, because I guess they expect now that you just you just look it up on the internet, but like, hey, here's all the power-ups you can get, and here's what they do, and all the collectibles and how to get through the games and stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, this was a really cool game.
I didn't know they made a game for that. That's awesome.
Well, they also made this one, which was pretty cool as well.
Now I have that. I
have that
over there. I'm pretty confident I do.
Yep.
So
wow,
makes his move.
Yeah, this was a really fun one. And
Richard, you are exactly correct, sir. Nintendo Power was the pre-internet.
Oh yeah, man! I had a subscription Nintendo Power. I don't have the issues anymore, but I still have a couple of they would occasionally send out guides specific to games. I know I still have my Ninja Gaiden one. I think I still have my Mario Brothers 3 one. But yeah, here's remember this game had special moves the characters could do. So here's all right, here's the instructions for what moves each character can do and how you do them.
Nice.
And then that was a good game, which was followed up, I thought, by one that was even better, which was X-Men 2. Now I got this. This is just the cardboard box, but still,
Wow, that's cool.
Very cool.
That was, and this game was super. As fun as this one was so much better too.
Wow. That's rare when the sequel is better than the first.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember that one.
It was so great. But I know that we all remember
Maximum Carnage.
Yes.
Yep. I still have that. I still have that somewhere.
MA13.
Did you get the red case?
Cartridge. Red cartridge.
Any with these awesome. You mean this one?
Yeah.
There
There it is.
Yeah, this was a cool storyline, a cool game. Is that Bagley art?
That
That is
is
Bagley art, baby.
way back in the day, ladies and gentlemen, when we were doing Codex Gaming. That was one of the games I live stream played, and I think I made it halfway through the game.
And it's like, look, again, when the games gave you instructions on how to do the controls.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just, figure it out yourself, dummy. Good luck. Oh, here's what the power-ups are. And it's here's Team Spider-Man and all the characters.
Wow.
And
that game was the hottest damn thing out at the time.
Yeah. And tells you what the stages are. And it's just, God, this was such a great. I don't know why I'm saying was. It's still a great game.
Yeah. Gary, did you ever have that one?
No, I didn't. I never even knew that Carnage game existed.
Oh, wow.
I remember having the one X-Men game he showed, and then I think the Phalanx game. I had that.
But the cool thing, too, about Maximum Carnage, like, the red cartridge was badass. Yeah. I remember getting this on Christmas and being like,
So was that a premium to get the red cartridge?
Yeah. Because they had the regular, like for Sega, they had the black cartridge, and then the Super Nintendo was the gray, but they had those red ones.
How did you know you were going to get a red, or it was random? Because you couldn't open those back then, right? Weren't they sealed?
No, they were all shrink wrapped.
Yeah.
So how did you know you were going to get a red, or was it random?
I think it was random.
Unknown. I don't remember. It may have been advertised as like a hype sticker, red cartridge on the inside or something like that, but I can't remember offhand.
I want to say that it was like the initial run was red cartridges, and then they switched them to the black ones. It's been so long, I don't remember exactly why. But the cool thing is, it was such a big storyline. There were all the characters in the storyline, and like you can see all these characters,
everybody
in the game too.
Wow.
Even down to like Firestar and
Captain America, Cloak and Dagger,
and Iron Fist, and like they all these characters show up in the game too. And it was it would have been easy for them to like, oh, this is the hot book and the hot crossover at the time. Let's just throw some crap together. They made a cool game for it too.
Yeah, and the story sequences in between levels were taken right off of the pages too.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I only got a few more. I guess I don't have all the games that I had, but I have this one for the original PlayStation for the series Danger Girl.
Wow.
Okay.
With this character that was created for the game.
I had no idea they did a Danger Girl.
Neither did I.
Because if you remember the comic, there were 3 Danger Girls when the comic started, and in the first miniseries, at the end of it, it was revealed that one of them was a traitor, was a spy. So when they did the game, that was, well after that, they had the 2 main ones, and then they created another one for the game so they could have 3 of them in there.
Wow.
And it was a decent game. It was not, it wasn't spectacular. It's again limited by the graphics capabilities at the time, but and again, like here's all the stuff you can get in the game. See what's highlighted there. What the focus is.
And that was J. Scott Campbell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it shows you stuff on the different characters, and stuff on what your missions are in it. And what's cool too is at the end of this, it's a bunch of promo sketches.
Oh wow!
For the that he had done for the game that they threw in the back of the instruction book for it.
That's cool.
You know what? This would be a pretty cool. I'm thinking about this would be a pretty cool thing if I ever see him at a convention to get him
to autograph it.
Yeah.
I wonder how many of those he signs.
Probably not many anymore. I would imagine when it came out a lot, but I would guess not that many anymore. And you see the disc.
There you go.
That is great.
That's cool.
And then I got 2 PlayStation 2 games. Now I could have pulled. I haven't really played had, since my daughter Emily was born, I kind of was the end of me being
Tell
able
me
to
you have the Punisher.
play video games. Well, I was gonna say I didn't pull out. I got some stuff from like Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, but I didn't pull that stuff out. I decided to end, to not go more recent than PlayStation 2. So it had cool X-Men games before, and then there was this one.
So good.
Really good.
That's the precursor to Ultimate Alliance.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Both of the X-Men Legends games were phenomenal.
And I thought I had Ultimate Alliance. I guess I either don't have it anymore, or I couldn't find it because all the stuff my wife has like packed up and I was digging through it earlier. Yeah. Or it might have been that my brother had it and I just played it. Like I know I had it and that it played it. And again, the cool book where it's showing you all the
I remember years ago I was sick from work for a couple of days and I ended up playing that and Half-Life 2 while I was sick.
Yeah, I mean
loved it.
Yeah, this is such a fun game.
So
and I took care of the stuff, so there's no scratches on it.
Yeah.
I can pop this in right now and play it with no issue. And then one that was not just because I like the character, not just because it is based on the comic. This was always one of my favorite PlayStation 2 games.
Right.
The Punisher. When he shoves the guy's head in the fryer grease trap, I lost it.
Was that based on the movie?
No, this is just based on the.
That came out before the movie, I believe.
Yeah.
Did any other Marvel heroes show up in it?
Oh no. This was where it says M for mature. It earned that rating. There was a scene.
Oh man.
Yeah, there was the part like at the funeral home when they were there for a mobster's funeral, and the Punisher pops up out of the casket and just starts mowing them all down.
Oh wow.
And he's chasing them through the funeral home, and at one point they have like the big furnace where they cremate bodies in the basement to get information out of a guy. You beat him and you throw him on the slab and you push him into it and close the door, and then you could control the heat on there, and you like turn it up a little, and you're trying to get him to talk, and you turn it up a little bit, and he's like, ah! And then you finally do it, and do it enough that you will break him, and he'll tell you the information you need, and then you have the option. You can either take him back out of that, or you can do what I always did. You could turn it up and burn him to a crisp and listen to him scream as he dies in there. There's one part where you like shove the guy's head in the fish tank. In the deep fryer. The deep fryer, where you have the guy and you impale him on the wall where he's got like the rhino head or something mounted. Yeah. And you impale him on that. This game earned that mature rating. Unapologetically violent, and it is true to form.
And that's PlayStation 2?
Yeah. I'll still say, and again, I haven't played games a lot, I love that game. 6 years since my daughter was born, but God, I'd still sit down and spend 2 hours in front of this, and that great booklet. And and again, I mean, I don't know what the value of these is. I know. Oh, the Punisher game holds some weight, and the Maximum Carnage one does too. Yeah, I know that the Nintendo cartridges can can run you some money. The Maximum Carnage one too, and it's just all the gear you had for it. And I don't know if I had it written in here. So right now, Dan, the Punisher on PS2 with game and case goes for about $72. Oh wow! Yeah, that's on the high. Well, 79 on the high end. Oh no, it's got to add here. This is for this was not based on the movie, but it came out around the same time as the movie. There you go. So I think it was capitalizing on it.
The movie, yeah, that's what would have made sense to put it out then.
But it doesn't, it's got the Rustin in it. It's much more based on the comic than it doesn't really have anything to do with the movie, and it's got the And I thought I had it written in here. I guess I wrote it in something else. I had the cheat. I had the cheat code for this that gives you unlimited ammo. Like it gave you. It had a couple different codes. I had the ones that would unlock every weapon, give you unlimited ammo, and give you unlimited lives, so you could just run around just causing mayhem and destruction. And it was
the maximum carnage on Sega Genesis that you have goes for about $35. But that GI Joe one, I think
I thought the Carnage one was a little bit more. It must have come down since last time. I haven't checked on the value of them in years.
Now the GI Joe one, you just have the cartridge, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, you don't have the box anymore, but you have.
No, I don't have the box
manual.
for any of the. I don't have the box for any of them. I mean, the GI Joe one I bought used.
So the GI Joe game, that specific one you have, just cartridge alone goes for $70.
Oh wow!
Oh,
Yeah, it's a great game. All right,
Yeah.
Is that all you got there, Dan, for stroll down 8-Pixel Lane?
Yeah, that's it. I was just thinking the other, like I talked to you about it, off the show last week. I was like, hey, it might. I don't know what got me thinking about it, but I was like, hey, it might be fun to pull out some of these older comic-based
video games,
and So anyone in the chat, I'd say anyone in the chat, drop a comment and let us know which ones you had, which ones were your favorites.
Yeah, by all means. All right, Gary, the floor is yours. Dan, thank you so much for showing those that awesome collection of video games. Some beautiful stuff there and great stuff to play. Gary, the time is now. It is time for the Olympics.
all right, let's go. Well, not quite. I got back issues.
Oh,
I went to a shop show last week.
Oh, that's right.
Well,
one of them.
Back issue it up and then take us down showcase.
All right. So I only got 16 books. There are a few that I already had because that's what I do. But part of what I got last week was a book that we had damages on the first issue, so I didn't get the A cover, and that's the Black Widow Hawkeye.
Ooh.
Nice.
So I got the Adam Hughes C cover, but I didn't get this. But while I was there, I also got the B cover, which was an art germ Black Widow.
Oh,
I saw that. That is amazing.
That's cool.
Yep. So I picked that up. So those were two recent.
That was a fun read too.
Yeah, it was. It was. This is a foily goodness one. I didn't realize I had it, but I had it. But you know what? That's okay.
Ooh.
Oh,
Love a good foil.
Yep. So another great foil, Power Girl, Supergirl. So this is my second copy of this. So
What?
oh well.
Which book is that?
That is I think it's the Power Girl book.
Is that the Power Girl special?
I think it's Power Girl special. Yeah, that's
from the Action Comic storyline. The one that picked up.
No, it's Power Girl number 6.
Oh, okay.
Power Girl number 6, foily goodness. So I didn't realize they had already picked it up. But anyway, what's the Power Girl that came out this week was number 7. So this is what happens when
that's last month.
Yeah, I bought it a month ago and didn't realize I had it. So
nice.
Power Girl. So I got foily goodness and breasts did me in. So, and blonde hair. Now, here's an alternate.
Many of us then.
Yeah, here's an alternate that I didn't have before, but I thought was pretty cool.
Oh, that is cool. That hot
what
claw.
A cover.
Yeah,
that hot claw thing didn't last very long, though, did it?
No, but I think it's Mayhew did this cover. So
that's great.
Isn't that great? So this is the Return of Wolverine, one of the variants. And there's a New York Con exclusive of it where it's more of a silvery costume.
Wow.
But anyway, they got the idea to have Gambit charge his claws up in the cartoon from the Hot Claws thing.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, I saw that variant and that was pretty cool. I got one of the 5 Ghost Riders I needed on my collecting goals to finish number 1. So I got number 13.
Oh, that's cool.
That looks really nice.
The Trapster. Do we know what the Trapster is?
Paste Pot Pete.
Yep, one of the dumbest names ever. Anyway, number 13. So now I am 12 up. 12 up, and I need 4 more of Volume 1 of Johnny Blaze, and I'll have all those.
Nice.
Got another Marvel team up that I was.
Oh, cool.
It's a Spider-Man and Iron Man.
Yeah.
With a 51, number 51.
Pretty wicked.
Yep.
How many are you waiting for that one now?
30, about 30 issues away. But I have one. I have the tougher ones to get on this, or that I already have, so I don't have to worry about. Weird Wonder Tales 15.
That's nice.
This finishes it for me.
Oh, there you
Ooh.
go.
Yep. So it's 22 issues. So this is one for my goldfish. No,
Nice.
it can't be. This planet, it's alive. So see, the planet's got teeth. And it's getting
Wow.
ready to eat them. So Weird Wonder Tales about to get eaten. Look
How
below.
many issues did that go?
I think 22.
22? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And they were all pretty fun covers. And then something that I know Dan has these, but this, for whatever reason, this was a Rocketeer series I didn't have all of. I had the first issue,
Ooh.
but I didn't have two.
Wow.
Nice.
And
Dan,
love
I
that.
believe I
cover.
sent
Yeah,
that
You
cover
sent that
to
to Dan,
you.
right?
Yeah,
I was
Yeah.
like, well, shit, I don't have that. I have the poster of this hanging up here in my basement. So I love that poster. So that's, of course, a Dave Stevens cover I didn't have. And here's another Dave Stevens cover I didn't have, the final issue of it.
Ugh.
Yeah, because that was the last of Dave Stevens doing the Rocketeer.
Yep. So
And
these
he
are
didn't even finish it. He had to get other artists to come in and help
Yep,
him.
they helped him. They helped him on this. That's right. So the cover was Stevens with collaboration on it. So these are two Stevens covers I didn't have. I'm happy to have them, and I finished that Rocketeer set because I had the first issue cover. Now an issue.
It's a very big artist to help him finish that too.
Oh well, yeah.
Adams was one of them.
Yep, and Kaluta. Yeah, he had a lot of friends. He had a lot of friends. This is an issue I have, but this is a top 10 cover for me, and it's a beautiful copy that I'll probably use as a display copy.
Ooh.
And that's that Brave and the Bold 118
Yes. That's
Batman
nice.
Wildcat
Wild thing.
and this
Cat.
Wildcat and the Joker's
It's late,
the
Sal. We'll let it
Yep.
slide.
Thank you.
Jim Aparo art, the great Jim Aparo art.
I love
And
it.
this was one of my top covers on the Wildcat
Yeah.
episode we did.
Yep. Okay.
And this is a top 10 comic cover for me all time.
Jim Aparo is doing like in Nightfall, he's one of the lead artists. On
Yes, he is.
Batman. Yep.
Yes, he is. Jim Aparo is awesome. One of the world's finest I needed. I need about a dozen issues, I think, and I'll have 98 up. So this is 179,
Wow.
the giant size. So the giant sizes are always harder to get. And one of the books they're reprinting is this one down here, which is Superman 74, which is a key issue because that's where Superman and Batman learned each other's identities.
Oh, wow.
That looks
Yeah.
fantastic.
Kind of a dumb. They were on a cruise together, and then something happened on the cruise, and Batman and Superman both appeared, to help out. And so they realized that
Wait
you're
a
Bruce
minute.
Wayne. You're Clark Kent. Yeah, so it's kind of dumb, but it's still the key book. All right, I got an example of one of the great tone covers.
Ooh.
GI
that's
Combat
great.
was that 82. GI Combat 82.
Oh,
one
yeah.
of the great Russ
That
Heath
is-
tone covers. There's probably about 30 issues in GI Combat that were like this, that were that gray tone cover, is what they're
Wow.
known as. And that is just an amazing piece of work. So I'll buy these in piecemeal. I'll get them. I think I'm just, when I get a good deal on one, I'll get it. But these, until I get them all. But these are pretty awesome. So I have maybe
Great.
I have about 7 or 8 of them, and there's about 30 of them. All right. I also got the highest number of Detective Comics I needed was 277.
Ooh.
Oh, that's cool.
There you go.
So this was the highest number I
Is that
needed.
what's left of Metamorpho?
It kind of looks like Metamorpho, except he wasn't
Yeah.
created yet. But
Oh, okay.
yeah. So it's kind of so that's kind of neat. And this was from this was an early 1960
Wow.
that I needed. And then so the next issue that the highest I needed was 272. So I knocked that out too.
Oh, that's cool.
Menace of the
There you go.
Crystal Creature.
Right now, this book is from 1959. So now,
Wow.
so this is 272. So now my detectives, I am 269 up.
So we're in golden age there still, right?
No, this would be considered Silver Age, early
Okay.
Silver Age, though. Golden Age ends like 55, 56.
Gotcha.
So,
Pam says Russ Heath Sea Devils is really great too.
Pam, you know your stuff. Absolutely. The Sea Devil. One day I'll bring out the Sea Devils for the showcase.
Ooh.
The Sea Devils covers, the Gray Tone ones he did that were fantastic. And also they had 3 issues in Brave and the Bold, or no, it was Showcase, were Sea Devils covers, and they were also tone covers.
Nice.
But yeah, Pam, kudos for you. You know what you're talking about. Good job. So now 268 or 269 up is what I have for detective,
Wow.
and that's from mid 1959. So that's pretty good.
Amazing.
Yes.
One of the Legion appearances I needed still was Adventure Comics 293. So this was bought from Moving Pictures Comics, the guy where I got those 2 Spectre issues that you needed, and Rob's nice to me. He gave me an extra discount for brokering that deal with for you, Tim.
Nice.
So
I bought some stuff from him before too.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
He's a very good guy. Rob is a very good guy from Moving Pictures Comics. But anyway, this is the second oldest Adventure Comics Legion appearance I need. I need one more before this, but this was also the first Legion of Super Pets.
Oh, wow.
So it was kind of a key. So I'm about a dozen issues from having all the Legion appearances. So
that's great.
But
I know that's a big milestone for you to eventually get.
Yeah, all the Legions, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so that was a good price on that, but I got a great deal on it. And then the book I didn't expect to get, and I showed this last week, and this is from 1950, so this is Golden Age. This is Star Spangled Comics 106.
That's right. Yeah.
And this condition is spectacular on this book.
So good you had to show it twice.
Absolutely. I showed it to you, I think, on the meeting when we were doing
it. Yes.
And here's the back cover. How beautiful the back cover is.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Look at them shoes.
No, it's just it just pops. It's just awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So and because this is, I'll even show inside how great it is.
I would say tell them the significance of the
the character on the front, Simon Gertie, and that's a historical character that on my comic cover of the day I did a Grimjack cover by Tim Truman. That artist did a graphic novel about Simon Gertie, who's a real life historical figure during the Revolutionary War era. And at one time, his name was synonymous with the word traitors, Benedict Arnold. But it's a really cool story. And he had his reasons for being a traitor. Colonists were treating him like crap, and he had enough. So
that book is very clean.
And I'll show you some.
Weren't you mentioning like the gloss?
Yes.
Yeah.
The gloss is amazing, and look how white the pages are.
Oh, so good.
Yeah. So,
man.
And it's got some of the sheets in there to absorb the acid in it to keep it acid free. Let's see if I can get another fun page. So white as can be. And the final story was a Robin story. He was at the end of the book. Here we go. Yeah.
Snoop says Simon Gertie is very interesting.
Oh yeah, Snoop knows all about it because I got him a signed copy of the Simon Gertie book, Wilderness, and it is a factual historical treasure. That book is.
Wow.
And, I remember, matter of fact, my daughter did a history assignment using that book, and the teacher allowed her to use the Simon Gertie book as reference.
Wow.
So that was kind of a big deal. All right, so those are my back issues, and now we're going to do a little gold, silver, and bronze, Olympic style.
Sorry for forgetting about that, Gary. Sometimes when we get into these things, it slicks the old noodle.
No, that's okay. I don't have, and a lot of times I don't have back issues, but when I do, I really got some.
That's right.
So, all right. So we're just going to do a hodgepodge of stuff I have in a kind of a pretty good box that I have laying out. So let's see. What do we have? What do we have for gold?
Here we go.
Maybe my oldest comic book I own. Yours was 1954.
Mm-hmm.
Let's dip our toes into 1939.
Oh, wow.
There you go. More fun.
1939, More Fun Comics 50. The
Yeah.
Spectre's first appearance was More Fun 52. So that would be more fun to have that book, but I don't have that.
Yes.
But this is a great football cover, and it's from again 1939. I believe because they're cover dated in advance. I believe this came out in October of 39. But it's the oldest book.
And that looks
Leather helmet
gorgeous, right?
Yeah, I got that in Baltimore last year. The fellows were there as I was.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yep.
or was that 2 years ago? That was 2 years ago.
Those two
I got
Because you got the
Wiz
Wiz
I
copy.
got the Wiz this year.
Yeah.
That's right. So before I got that, my oldest was this February 1940 issue of
Ooh.
Adventure Comics with Sandman.
Oh, that's nice.
Wow.
So it's got some condition issues. It's a little beat, but that's all right.
1940 though.
1940. Yeah.
We haven't even entered into World War II yet. So
No, we had not.
no.
We had not. So
Well, I mean, with the condition, it's like I say with someone, it's so many things that I get for my collection. Not to compare it to yours, but I'm like, you know what? I'd rather have a beat up copy and have it in my collection than not
The
have it at
no
all.
copy.
absolutely. So here's an actual pretty nice copy of Adventure Comics 66, which is a Starman cover.
Oh, that's great.
That is
Mhm.
nice.
This also is the first appearance of the Shining Knight,
Oh,
Ooh.
search.
and I'm pretty sure it was Frazetta did the art on it.
Wow.
So anyway, so
I love
There
the
was-
I love the title card.
mhm.
How it's
I
like,
could
they're
think-
like, oh yeah,
that's what I
giant
want to get.
size.
I love it when the logo was a third of the book.
Snoopy
Yeah.
says the oldest book he has is from 1941.
And that All-Star, Chris? Is it the All-Star? It probably is.
I'm just happy to have that book from 54. That
Yeah.
to get it and to have it look like that. So wonderful.
I don't know
Absolutely.
what my oldest is. I'd have to look.
That's
This is More Fun 75.
is that early Dr. Fate?
Yeah.
Yes,
Helmet.
that's the half mask. And it says new Aquaman. This is Aquaman's third appearance in this book.
Oh yeah.
It's also the third appearance of Green Arrow and Speedy. So More Fun 72 is their first appearance. This also happens to be a Hitler cover because the picture on the wall is Hitler. That's being knocked
Oh wow.
So he's breaking up a Bundist meeting, So,
Okay.
but More Fun. And I love the Spectre in the corner.
I'm glad Dr. Fate changed his outfit.
Yeah, well, he originally had the full face mask, and then he went to the half mask.
Oh
So the
wow.
half mask didn't last long. I think people realized that wasn't great.
Didn't look that good.
This
Yeah,
is
now- Here's where the logo shrunk, and I don't like him as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's still a cool Green Arrow and Speedy. Got to keep them flying. World War II, by the war bonds thing, but still,
Yeah.
it's Golden Age goodness. This is 80. What is that? 83. That's the
Wow.
number.
That kind of gives me some like Johnny Quest cover vibes.
Yeah.
I get that.
I was thinking the same.
So
Great minds think alike, Sal.
What's that? Great minds think
Great
alike.
minds
Yes,
think
they do.
alike.
Yes, they do.
Oh, that's
Yeah, that's a
Flash
nice
Comics number 10, 1940. Yep,
Wow.
1940, and this is a cover. They actually reprised this cover on the new issue of Jay Garrick's Flash book. They had where they showed this issue in the background superimposed with the boom running alongside him.
That's Jay Garrick when he was young, ladies
Yes.
and gentlemen.
And it's
Yes.
a young Jay Garrick. How about a 9th appearance of Robin in Detective 44?
Oh,
Ooh.
wow.
So Robin had appeared in Detective 38, but then he also had a couple Batman appearances because that book had started and it was a quarterly book. But here's the 8th appearance of Robin.
Pre-issue 50 detective. That is
Yeah.
great.
Look at Batman, hiding behind that behind that chimney with this like salty look on his face, like he's just spying on him. Like, what's he doing? I'm going to take him out. God damn it! It's stealing my job.
And their bullet hitting the chimney. Yeah.
Wow.
So let's see if it gets any better. Oh wait a minute.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
How about a Batman 15?
Classic
He's
cover.
mowing him down with the machine gun.
Yeah, this was the last big logo Batman before the logo shrunk. So this is what happens when you sell your Spawn comics. You can get books like this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm selling my Spawn
Do it.
comics.
Yep.
So that means if I sell the Spawn sketch cover I did, I'll get enough money to buy one of those.
Sure.
Maybe so.
Done.
I sold my
Challenge
whole
accepted.
run of Spawn, but I got that and a few others. This is Superman number 10.
Oh, that's cool.
This is also the first bald Lex Luthor. So I've got some stains on there. I don't know if I'd give this to Kent though. This is pretty old. So, but
Number 10.
Number 10, Superman number 10.
Wow.
Number
That's
10.
amazing.
Oh, how about a Wonder Woman 26?
Oh, that's cool.
The
That blue just
Golden
pops.
Women and the White Star. Yes,
Mhm.
Sal, it pops. It's
That electric blue.
jeez.
So, y'all know who the 7 Soldiers of Victory are? Any idea what comic they were in? They were in Leading Comics.
Oh.
So that's number 4. Leading Comics number 4. Always
Wow.
got 7 Soldiers.
Anybody that
Older
fell
than
asleep
time
while
state.
they're watching this right now, you are missing out, and you're waking up, and you're like, "What
Yep.
the hell's going on? What is he showing?"
Oh, look at that.
All-Star 42. Yep, All-Star 42.
Wow.
So I need to get a big logo All-Star.
And Justice League kind of did an homage of that a long time later.
Justice League
It did.
6. Yep, the Amos Fortune cover. Yep, Justice League 6. We'll go away from DC just a little bit. How about the Marvel family?
Oh, there you go.
Oh, that's great.
And have a Marvel family cover with Shazam saying "Holy moly" on it.
Holy moly!
So and that's one reason why I wanted that cover is because I wanted one where he says "Holy moly." So
He's cussing
yeah. Let's see what else.
right
we got.
on the cover. Mom,
Oh.
can I get it? No.
Oh my God! This is the
Ooh.
devil.
Captain Marvel.
Travels to
so
other
nice.
worlds.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So in a Golden Age cap.
The big red cheese.
That's right. The big red cheese. Here's the whole Marvel family.
Wow.
They've flown through that spaceship and disabled that. Yeah. Because they're battling the pirate planet. So that's a beautiful cover. And then Captain Marvel Jr. starred in Master Comics.
Oh, wow.
So this issue with the caveman was kind of messed up. The caveman got thawed out, and he was running around causing problems, running around causing havoc, and he ends up going into a train tunnel, and the train hits him and kills him. So not so good for the caveman.
Oh my god.
Look at Big Metal Snake.
Yep. Do you know who Matt Baker is? He's famous good girl artist in the 50s, late 40s. This is a Matt Baker cover.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Jumbo Comics.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Jumbo got that from. Then if you got Jumbo, you got to have Fight Comics.
Oh wow.
Senorita Rio. Yep, she was a lead character for a while. So we're taking a deep dive into the Golden Age.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
White Princess of the Jungle. Honda.
Wow.
Dare say that would raise some internet comments.
Oh yeah.
Book today.
Well, The Matt Baker one, I wonder what the comments would be on that, or even then. Okay, so Matt Baker was an African American, and he would draw this good girl art with a lot of these, sexy women on it.
Mm-hmm.
If people had known back then that a black man was drawing that, I bet you that would have been a problem.
They'd have lost their minds.
Yep. Well, he died pretty young too. Wings. This is great.
That's a cool.
That's the letter A on there. Is that a stamp? Right on her thigh.
Oh yes, that's a stamp.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. So somebody stamped it. There's fire hair. So I got a thing for redheads, as you all know. So you get a lot of redhead covers. Airboy, one of my favorites.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
That is cool. I like that one.
And I got one more Airboy cover.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's neat.
Chart. There we go. I'll show you a silver now. I'll show you some gold. Johnny Quest.
Ooh, some gold key.
Oh yeah.
That's the first
only
appearance
issue,
of Johnny
right?
Quest.
Is that the single?
Yes, that's the only one that appeared there.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And of course, y'all know this issue.
Ah!
Anybody got some wood?
You got wood?
Oh,
Anybody got some wood?
Chris, that one's for you, buddy.
what do you know?
What wood do you know?
What do you know,
What do
my
you
lord?
Yep. All right. So there's some, and I guess I have to. There's a couple silvers. I'll show you a couple other silvers so I can live up to my goals. And I do have at least one bronze in here.
If the big silvers are in there that of the superhero age, you can show those too.
Oh, you
Even though
sure?
you've seen them before.
Even though you've seen them before, it doesn't get old.
No, well, I mean the books continue to get old, but it's like seeing them again for the first time.
That is very true. Let's see. What do we have, y'all?
And besides, we got people in the chat now that have not seen you show those.
Okay. Books. So when Flash got his own book, it started.
Yeah.
It took over where Flash Comics ended in 104. Starts up at 105 after the 4 showcase issues.
That's first Mirror Master.
Right?
First Mirror Master. Yes, it is. So that's 105. 106 I'll show because it's got a pink cover and it's in super high grade.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Look at that.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah. And this is like 1958, I guess. This book.
That's amazing.
That's pretty good. So that's also the first Gorilla Grodd too. This book.
Ooh.
Yeah. We'll jump ahead a little bit. See if there's. Oh, let's see. There's one. First Kid Flash, 110.
Wow.
Whirling hands of death.
Mm-hmm. And this is a Weather Wizard. Might have been the first Weather Wizard.
He's doing the helicopter to a whole new level.
Mm-hmm. Well, I like it. I like it when he takes the motorboat to a whole nother level. That's a different book.
Oh my god.
That was one they didn't even bother to give him his own costume. They were just like, oh, here's the Flash's costume. We're just going to draw him a little bit shorter.
Yeah. All right. Where's the one I'm looking for? Oh, yeah, this is the one. Y'all have seen it before, so it's no big deal. But
Oh yeah.
she is.
Oh,
she
man.
is.
I
Look at
love
that.
that cover. I love that cover.
Look at the
Look at that
condition.
Oh, very good.
Look at the condition on that. What a key book. What a key book to have like that.
Help me, Flash.
Help me, Flash. Let's see. What other Flashes might you like? Maybe the first Zoom.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this one, we've jumped back. That's first Elongated Man.
Oh, nice.
There you go. Yeah.
Let's
The
see.
DC's Mr. Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
There it is.
Wow.
Well, Mr. Fantastic is Marvel's Plastic Man.
That is also true.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so that's the first Zoom. Let's see. All right, this is a big deal because it's the first Silver Age Aquaman, Adventure 260.
Wow.
So it doesn't show him on the cover, but it does mention that it is. Adventure Comics 300 is a very iconic cover.
Nice.
I like that.
Yeah. So this has been replicated quite a bit.
The only Plastic Man issue I have is when he was with Quality, and that's issue number 56.
That's an old book.
Yeah. I don't remember what year that came out. I think it was 55 or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. This Army at War 81 is a Sergeant Rock prototype. For many years, this used to be considered the first Sergeant Rock, but within the past 20 years, 82, or is it 83? I think it's 83 is considered the first Sergeant Rock now.
And even it says the Rock of Easy Company on the cover.
And that's why and when DC did their Millennium issue books, where they reprinted a lot of their great books in the year 2000, this was the Army at War they reprinted because they were saying that's the first Rock. But since then, it has turned to 83. So, but doesn't matter. I've got both of them. So
there you go.
There you go.
Do you know why they changed it?
I do not know. And it was more of a, I guess, dealers and the public changing it. You know what I mean? Where the consensus was DC didn't have anything to do with it. So this is the famous roster cover of Sergeant Rock. I love this cover. I love this cover. Look how great Rock is on that. When we do our Sergeant Rock show, this is going to be a hard one to keep out of it.
Now, was Sergeant Rock the only one in Easy Company to smoke?
No.
Okay.
Probably all of them did.
Yeah,
probably they all did, but on that cover.
Right. He's the only one I know. Nick Fury was the cigar guy, but Rock would have a cig. There's my Strange Adventures 9.
Oh, I love that.
This Carmen Infantino did this cover, and it's the black on here. Oh, it's just gorgeous.
See, if I was a kid back then, Strange Adventures, I think, would have been my title.
Yeah, I think so too. This was a sci-fi book. This is issue number 9, and this is the first appearance of Captain Comet.
Wow.
Okay.
So that's the first Captain Comet. Strange Adventures. I'm going to show you 2 other issues that are highly sought after in Strange Adventures. And this is the issue. This is the book where Dead Man came from, and the book where Animal Man came from. So this is a book that everybody wants, and it's a little pricey.
Yeah,
that's a great one.
Yeah,
I posted that before around Christmas.
So everybody wants that. And then here, and 110 is the other one that people love because of the art.
Oh, The Hand from Beyond.
Yep.
That's great.
Isn't that great?
Yes. Oh, man. I love that stuff. The old
sci-fi.
Heavy sci-fi, UFO craze, all of it.
Yeah.
The covers are so wild to me.
All right. This is a tough damn book in any condition. First Brainiac.
Ooh.
To Action 242. This book is tough. It's expensive. It's got the purple cover. Mine is beat up, but I'm just happy to have the damn thing.
Yeah.
And then I'll show you another Silver Age that is I have in nice shape and I've had for a long, long time. 252's first Supergirl.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is she friend or foe?
And this book is in pretty nice shape.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, she's friend.
Yeah. And it's that's a big boy book there. That's that's Bronze Age. I'll say that for Bronze. You've seen this before. Seen the Aquaman 1.
Look at that.
Cool. Yeah, it doesn't say number 1, just like the Green Lantern from a few weeks ago.
Right. And what was the reason for that? Why didn't they put the number 1s on there?
Because the shopkeepers, they would ask the distributors, have I been getting this book? I don't want any new books. Just give me what I've been getting. And if they see a number 1 on there, they're like, I haven't been getting this book. But they don't put a number 1 on there. And the distributors say, no, you've been getting that book. So
they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Wait a minute. Number 2.
Yeah, this is so glossy and beautiful. Looks like it just came off the rack. Hawkman number 1.
Wow.
And that does have a number 1. That was a little later. So this is probably 1966 or so.
I have issue 16 from that run.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd be interested to know what book it was they started when they would print a #1 where it would actually have #1 on the cover for when DC was.
I don't know, but I mean, for a while there, they did have the #1s, but it's just in the early '60s there for about maybe a year or so. So this is a Hawkman #4, and why is this a
Great
big deal?
cover.
First Zatanna.
First Satana.
I
Yeah.
want that book so bad.
You know, the other
Me too,
title, the other title you would have liked is Mystery in Space.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so there's a great Hawkman cover.
Wow.
Murphy Anderson on Mystery into Space. All right, so let's see. So those were the silvers, and then we'll finish with. I have 3 bronzes for you.
Perfect. Ooh.
Oh,
Green Lantern, Green Arrow 76.
Yeah.
This is my bad copy.
Yeah.
It's,
it's a bad copy.
that's my,
I
my
love
bad.
that copy. I love that book.
Yeah. Love that. And this beauty, First Warlord,
Wow.
first issue, Special 8.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
nice.
That's
First
such a good
Mike
cover.
Brill. Cool book. And the other bronze one will end on a damn high note.
There you go.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Great.
Yeah.
And who
Great
is that
condition, too.
gorgeous woman on the cover?
Well, you can see her at the Big Lick Comic Con. That is Louise Simonson.
There we go.
And
Mhm.
there was something I was reading about a week ago that there was a character that was created back then, and I forget. It might have been. Oh, I think it was Madeline Pryor that they based the artist based her look on Louise Simonson. I remember reading
Wow.
that and knowing about the Swamp Thing one and being like, God, did like every artist just back then just have such a crush on Louise Simonson? They're like, I draw this character to look like her. Everybody-
Probably.
They did. They lived. So, you know, of course, Bernie Wrightson and, you know, Kaluta also, his good friend, posed for that interior art on that too, playing the bad guy in that story, the House of Secrets 92 story. But they all had a crush on her, and she was like the den mother to all of them. Back then, she was Louise Jones.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
she was married to Jeff. I think it was Jeff Jones. So
All
just
right.
leave that name.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for sticking with us for almost 3 hours.
Woo!
of
Jamie didn't
comic
make it, did he?
Goodness, probably not. He's probably
Jamie couldn't
asleep.
make it.
Jamie dropped out a while ago.
Ladies and gentlemen,
That's
Gary,
why we used to
thank
do
you.
this.
Thank you so much for the showcase, the Olympics gold, silver, and bronze. Dan, thank you so much for showing off
Mhm.
those amazing video games. Sal,
Yes.
being fashionably late, you're fashionable always.
Thank
And
you,
me,
sir.
myself, I have the distinct pleasure of sitting amongst the best in YouTube stratosphere talking about comic books.
Thank you, TJ.
TJ, thank you so much, man. Yeah, happy Easter, everybody. For
Yep,
those
same
of
to
you
you,
that
TJ.
celebrate, enjoy. Take your kids out and do some Easter egg hunting. I know some comic stores did stuff like that. By all means, go ahead and enjoy yourselves. Sunday's the day of rest. Sit back, relax, kick your shoes off. Holy moly, great show, y'all. Exactly,
Holy moly.
Pam.
Thank you, Pam.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Pam.
Snoop,
Thank you,
thanks
Pam.
so much,
Thank you,
man. Good
TJ.
to see
Thank
you
you,
in the
Richard.
chat.
Happy Easter,
Chris.
Snoopy.
Yep, Chris, have a great deal day, buddy. I hope to see you soon, my brother.
Absolutely, guys. And Richard, as
Thank you,
always,
Richard.
man, thank you so much. All right, guys, it is late. We are getting out of
Yes.
here. We are all old men, and our Mylanta is waiting for us. Ladies and gentlemen, please, by all means, Uncle Gary, give this to them. We have it. They want it.
Oh,
What is it?
all of us here, especially late at night, we have all the socials, and we would like nothing more than to give them to you.
There you go, ladies
Yes.
and gentlemen. Dan will give you the old 1-2 while Gary gives you the socials from behind. Wes
Oh,
comes in
damn.
with a needle that is not filled with a vaccine, and I just laugh maniacally as you hit like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss all the stuff.
That needle's got penicillin in it.
There you go. Old penicillin. And ladies and gentlemen, when you wake up in the morning on the next day and you have stitches and spots where organs used to be, Dan's making you
Don't worry about it.
breakfast. Yeah, don't worry about it. Dan's making you breakfast, Sal's stitching you up, and Gary and I have gone to the store to get milk and cigarettes.
There you go.
Head over to the codexstation.com for all your Codex needs. Get some merch, meet the team, and so much more. Once again, the codexstation.com, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Dan's finished his soda. It is time to get out of here. Thank you so much again, ladies and gentlemen, for an awesome night. Comics Unleashed, Codex After Dark. Don't forget to catch us on all the other shows we do, the podcast, Comic Character of the Week. Who's the next character of the week coming up?
Power Girl.
Power Girl, baby.
There we go. And that is
Humana.
on its way. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for the last time tonight. I'm Tim the Terrible. This is Sal the Slab Guy. Over there in that corner is Dan the Kelly Art, the road manager for the curator of the Library of Comics, Uncle Gary. We will see you as soon as I hear those beautiful words.
Gaping holes.
Now I can go to bed. All right.
Hulk 180.
Oh, even better. Gonna dream sweet dreams. Anything else?
Sonny Kruger of the Codex Station.
Listen, give it.
Gaping holes.
10.
You know a raccoon can fit up your butthole, ladies and gentlemen. Just sleep on that tonight. We love you. Bye.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Hippity hoppity.
What?
Hippity hoppity.
Did
Down
you
the bunny
click
trail.
it yet? Click it.
Okay, now